I like that.
I think it'll be fun.
Looky there.
Oh, dress finally taking the show serious finally this week, or
We've been here 20 seconds and you're attacking me.
well, the cameras are on. Lights are on.
Hashtag victim. Good Lord.
That's another show.
No, I'm a victim all the time.
Oh, no, I was going up helping you.
Oh,
doesn't go ahead.
thanks, Chris.
Yeah, you bet.
I'm so tired.
Man, we already got comments rolling in. Holy smokes!
Exhausted.
All right, we are officially starting yet. This is a pregame show, so good to see everybody. Oh, we got the Irish Homer here. We'll get to him in a second.
T-Fred?
No, well, T-Fred's here too.
Oh.
Just for a reminder that Phil picked McGinnis go 4-6. Boy, T-Fred's.
Well, I mean, I can own that, T-Fred.
Phil,
Are you going to own what happens to you guys this week?
go hit the thumbs up. Go hit that thumbs up, T-Fred. Thank you, Sarah. Irish Homer. They still have a chance for 6 losses if players keep getting suspended for games prior to game ejections.
Ooh. Well, now.
They still have a chance for 6 losses if players keep getting suspended for games for prior game ejections.
Oh, so is this information we need to know before we make our picks?
Wait a second.
There's a chance, 4 and 6.
Leslie says hello. Hello, Leslie.
Hey, Leslie.
Is that Miss Dayton, Miss Leslie?
Dason says hello. Dason, Woodland. Do I have Woodland on our top 10 games, or is that?
No.
Okay. Yeah, we'll talk about Woodland a little bit, but Kelly Davis, how about those Cash and Wildcats?
How about them?
Finally win?
Yeah, open up the new
It'll
stadium.
be good this year.
Yeah.
They had a couple years under par for Cashin, but that happens to most high schools.
Cody Knox in the house. Dallas Evening Gentlemen. The week starts for Collinsville to finish ranked in the top 50. Oh boy, I got Seville in the top. In the top 10. Lower third off. Pregame show the 6. Okay.
Seems kind of weak.
Yeah.
I'm glad we have a lot of people live at the beginning. I have a new feature that even Ronnie and Phil don't know about.
Oh.
And they'll get to see it at the same time as.
So this obviously didn't get board approval before you did it?
Yeah, no.
He took my idea to put a different picture every week. I like that.
Your idea.
I got a text message to prove it.
You don't think that was in the plans anyway?
What
Now
color
you're
is my
taking.
Wait, point
Okay,
of
go ahead.
order.
That's
Point of
fine.
order. What color does my shirt look on the TV?
Gray.
It's not.
I know. I have a shirt that is gray, and with stripes. When I wear it here, it just looks like a flat gray shirt.
What color's my shirt look like?
Black.
Okay, it is.
Huh. That bothers me a little bit.
Dason, I see you on Squirtle. Yeah, that was just a one-time deal, probably. Dallas.
Yeah, well,
Did that come out Tuesday yet?
That was last week.
we don't need to talk about that.
This week's edition was yesterday.
Did it come out?
Uh-huh.
Any uproar or?
Oh, no, it did not come out.
Oh, it did not.
Did not.
It didn't?
No.
Why not?
I'm thinking because the Glencoe case is on Friday.
Oh, yeah,
I'm
that
thinking.
would make sense.
That's my only guess.
Yeah, let's get past that.
Let's just break the news to everybody.
Yeah, probably not.
Are we going out?
You guys want clicks or not?
Chris said, I don't want to do that. I'll let somebody else do that.
Irish Homer. I even picked Deer Creek, and I'm a Homer. Wow.
Are we going to the court hearing on Friday?
Why?
We?
Yeah, you guys want to make a road trip?
No, some of us got to work Fridays, Phil.
Work?
Yes.
Oh, interesting.
Dominique on Facebook. Hello, fellas. Dom and my son Will says hello. Good to see you. Good to hear from you guys once again.
I've learned a couple lessons from last week's picks, Chris.
Well, we have tangible evidence.
Well, no, I know, but I learned a couple lessons. We'll talk about it later in the show, but there's a couple things I'll never do again.
We got 1 minute to the show.
Ever. Never. That little guy right there, he's good.
Yeah, too bad his AD, though. Mm-hmm. You got things to say?
Yeah. Not the most welcoming place we've ever been.
Oh, JD.
right. Start showing 15 seconds and wait for the new surprise.
Oh, boy.
Make sure it's turned up.
None of this was approved by Ronnie and I, so if it sucks, it's not our fault.
You're welcome, Jared. It's an easy pick. The easiest pick I had all week.
Oh, no.
Here we
I
go.
owe them an apology.
Here we go.
Love it.
It is a high school huddle. Welcome, everybody. Week 1 of the football season is here. Along with Ronnie Phillips, Phil Nichols, Chris Evans with you. We got to see some games last week. We get to talk about those games. We got games this week. It is going to be a fun show here on the high school huddle.
You look so little, Phil.
I do look little.
So, welcome to the show.
Oh, are you sitting up tall? Ronnie's sitting up tall. Oh,
Sorry, Chris. Go ahead.
Welcome to the show. We have a great show for you here in a little bit. We'll have our top 10 games of the week. We'll have our top 5 rankings here on the high school huddle. In our next segment, we'll be joined by the Oklahomans' Jordan Davis, who'll be joining us remotely. So we have a fun show to get with here, and it's so glad to have games last week and games this week as non-district play is here, and so you get a lot of different matchups, a lot of fun matchups, and I think we got another great 10 games there. Really, we could have had the top 15, 17 games of the week. There's so many good ones this week, but had to go through 10 of them and try to find the 10 best games, but maybe the 10 hardest games to pick.
You do that a lot.
Do that a lot.
Why
yeah.
can't you just do layups?
Well, how about like Southeast against PC West?
That'd be a tough one.
Like last week. Yeah. Southeast, congratulations.
Oh, great win, Southeast.
Dominant win.
5A Southeast goes up, beats 6A2 PC West. I mean, that's congrats. I don't know how many games Southeast is going to win, but man, they're 1-0.
Yeah, 1-0.
Yeah.
There's a lot of teams
They got a better record than Guthrie.
Guyman.
Guyman.
1-0.
Dub.
Yeah.
Man.
Love it. Love it.
Good stuff.
So got a lot to talk about, and I'll go ahead and promote it here real quick before I get too busy and forget. But earlier this week, we were able to talk to Jeff Murray, with the Officials Association. He's at White Hat, and we were able to talk to him for about 30 minutes or so. And so if you weren't able to see that quite yet, then we invite you to go to our YouTube page and find that interview. And we talked about how finding officials,
a lot of good things,
stories, point of emphasis, rule changes. It was a fun show.
The thing I love about Jeff the ref is that they always say find something that you're passionate about, right? Well, he's passionate about officiating.
Yeah.
I mean, he's a professional. He does a great job at it. Super nice guy. 40 years he's been chasing that stuff up and down the field. That's a long time.
Yeah, it is.
40 years. Wow.
So
seen a lot of good baseball, football, all that stuff.
So if you haven't got a chance to do that, you can watch it on YouTube, or if you want to just listen to it in your free time, if you're mowing or at work, you can go to Apple Podcasts or Spotify or wherever you get your podcasts. You can listen there. It is there as well. So this is an interactive show. So let's get to the early comments here before we get into some of the news on and off the field. Jared Williams, how about them Owls? Talking about Elgin Owls. Good pick, Ronnie, Chris, and Phil. I forgive you.
I apologize, Jared. It'll never happen again. I've learned my lesson. I'm ashamed of myself. My dad, who's 87, he called to tell me he was ashamed of me too. But the good news is Navy won.
Well, and to be honest with you, that Elgin might be in the top 10 games of the week, maybe one more time the rest of the season.
Yeah.
I think they got. Is it Newcastle? Maybe they play next. I think that might. After that,
I'm picking Elgin.
After that, there's not a whole lot big games with Elgin on the schedule.
Easy pick.
Leslie, I'm feeling good about my picks last week. Corbin Powers, who had the worst opening week? Guthrie, Alabama, or Bill Belichick?
All three of them were not good.
Yeah.
Not good.
By far, it's Bill Belichick.
Yeah,
not
terrible.
close.
Well,
Did you see his?
he went home to some pretty good stuff.
Did you see his girlfriend though on the sideline during the game?
She works for the university.
She walked up to him during the game.
Oh boy, I heard she is. Yeah, I heard.
I mean, are you kidding?
I heard she hit the transfer portal though afterwards.
Oh boy, yeah, old Bill.
Irish Homer, that's awesome. Talking about Jordan Davis, great young journalist. Hope OKC can keep him.
Good dude.
Chris with a K. Jared, I'm still holding a small grudge for Chris and Phil's pick against the Owls.
Yeah, man, I'll own that. I should have learned my lesson after last
Well,
year.
you shouldn't own that, Phil. I mean, you thought Mac was going to win, and you should stick with your guns. So I just made the wrong pick at this point.
No, that's what I say. I own the fact
Yeah.
that I messed up. I was
Because you
wrong.
thought Mac was going to win.
I was wrong
Yeah.
more than I was right last week.
Yeah, I mean, that happens.
I'll bounce back this
Not
week.
to me, but I mean, it
I'll
happens.
bounce back this
Yeah.
week.
So Ronnie did not go 10-0. So
Oh, no.
I didn't.
No.
Dason, apart from high school, who you got? Oklahoma or Michigan?
I got OU. I know they played Illinois State. I know it's not they're a good FBS.
FCS.
That second tier.
Yeah.
They're a really good team, but it's not Michigan. But I still have OU. It's at home. The head coach for Michigan's not coaching. I think they have some other.
No, he'll be there. He's going to be. Yeah, I think he's going to sell out the next game.
So he gets to pick what games he sets out.
Absolutely.
Yes.
Well, this is 2025, isn't it?
Yeah.
Anyway,
He'll be there.
So even with him there, I think the young quarterback that came in from Washington State looked great. Good moves with the kid that played from Hayes, and I can never pronounce his last name. There was linebacker
Jared
now,
Kinnick.
now tight end, had a really good ball game.
Yep.
Local kid, he got a few touches, but he was beat up a little bit during spring ball and summer. So I think he'll touch the ball more. I think OU's going to have a good year this year. I think they'll have a good year.
Just real quick on mine. I think Michigan's lost a lot on defense. They've been really dominant the last several years on defense. They don't have those guys per se. They have more guys. I think they're a little bit deeper, but they don't have those guys on defense. So I like OU by at least double digits.
Yeah, I think they'll handle them.
Yeah, that'll be Saturday night. There's not as many games, big time games, as we had this past week.
That was an awesome week.
I think it's the only top 20 matchup next weekend. So, but we were talking high school football here. Let's get to some of the notes off the field. And this was a story we talked about I think it was a year, maybe two ago, talking about former Ringling football coach, former Tuttle football coach Phil Coons. We brought it up with the allegations, charges, with the players making allegations. Well, those charges have now been dropped and it cannot be refiled again. He's filed a civil suit, obviously, before this, but the district attorney did not file the charges and the judge dismissed it. So we talked about it in the past, and it's only fair that we bring it up when those charges and everything else in that case has been dismissed. So not sure. By the way, Philip Coons is with one L as well. Philip,
That's biblical.
just like you, Phil. But it started in 2023. Students accused the coach of bullying and going as far as making them do warm-ups naked and some other things alleged there. But want to be fair on the show, and so we'll see if he even wants to get into coaching again, or if he wants to do it in Oklahoma. That's something for him.
He retired, right?
Him and his family too. Remember, he was also a principal. I think he's still the principal at Ringling. So,
I thought he retired from teaching. I could be wrong, but
yeah. So, Dason, have you seen the Caney Valley locker room video? Have not seen that. Last time, I think we didn't get too much into it, but Westmore has a new head football coach officially here. We broke it. We learned about it in the show. But Coleman Ramsey is now the head coach over at Westmore. Lost the first game to Moore, the first ever Moore War in Jaguar Stadium. But he was an assistant coach. Obviously, you just can't go out and find a coach.
Yeah.
He knew it had to come on staff.
Yeah.
And I think he had been a head coach previously. He had also been a coordinator. So I think I saw an article somewhere. He says, "You better get us now because we're going to be on the rise." So, the coach the coach was forced to resign or whatever it was the week of the scrimmages, and so that is gone there. So also I want to, if you want to write these down, I have championship dates and times. So if you're at home, you want to write these down, go right ahead. But there are 6 state championship football games, obviously all of them at UCO. And on Thursday, December 4th, it will be the Class B championships. B2 will be at noon. Remember, the games last year and the years before had been 1 and 7. This year, they are at noon and 7. So B2 is at 12 o'clock UCO on the 4th, and then B1 is December 4th at 7 o'clock. December 5th, it'll be the Class C state championship at noon, and then at 7 o'clock, it'll be the 6A2 football championship. December 6th at noon will be the 5A state championship game. And that night at 7 o'clock on December 6th, it will be the 6A1 football state championship. Then we'll all take a deep breath and return back to Chad Richardson Stadium on December 11th. At noon, it will be the Class A2 football championship. And at 7 o'clock, it will be the A1 state championship. Friday, December 12th, 2A2 championship at noon, 2A1 championship at 7. And then Saturday, December 13th, Class 3A state championship at noon. And the final game of the 2025 football season will be the Class 4A state championship. So
Pencil that in, Elgin.
That's
Pencil
fitting.
that
That's
in.
fitting.
Pencil that in.
4A.
Yeah.
yeah, last year it was 5A, and it'll alternate, but that is the lineup this year in the state championship games.
You know, if everything lines up right, I wouldn't be a bit surprised we don't see a repeat of last year in 4A.
I agree.
You know, Tuttle and Elgin hooking it up again.
Yeah, Tuttle and Elgin both getting big victories.
Yeah.
Last week, Tuttle jumped out to a 10-0 lead over Guthrie. Guthrie scored a touchdown, got within 10-6, but then Tuttle goes on and puts on 38 points. And we got to see Cruz Campbell again.
He's good.
And he's one of the best quarterbacks in the state of Oklahoma. And, you know, last year in Oklahoma, it was quarterback after quarterback after quarterback. It had to come down just a little bit. I don't think we had the number. Oklahoma doesn't have the numbers of great quarterbacks like we had last year. I'm talking about Division I. There's still plenty of great quarterbacks, don't get me wrong. But I think Cruz Campbell was near the top. You know, Carson Kirby, Bixby has a good resume, but I think Cruz Campbell is near the top. And, you know, you give him room to throw the football and open receivers, he can pick a defense apart.
Well, and he, you know, I think we went down the list over the phone a few days ago just talking, and you know, last year we had kid, you know, Memorial kid went to Kansas. We had Deer Creek kid went to Georgia Tech.
Grady Adamson.
Yeah, Jinx kid went to Boston College. Muskogee kid went to Utah. I mean,
Got in the game.
Yeah. I mean, so you got. I mean, it was a very, very good year last year for quarterbacks in the state of Oklahoma.
Jinx kid went to UCO, right?
Yes.
Jinx kid went to UCO. Union kid went to
Union
UCO.
kid went to Boston College. I'm sorry.
Yeah,
Who was the Jinx kid at one
Correct.
time? Yeah. So, but anyway, yeah, but I agree with you, Chris. I think the kid from Sand Springs would be up there. Obviously, the transfer in to Mustang, the 4-star that's committed to Florida State, would be the guy with the biggest credentials in the state.
Yeah.
But, you know, like you said, still a lot of really great quarterback play. It's just unusual last year was have that many D1 quarterbacks in a state our size. It was just very unusual.
You know, we talk about transfers, but Tuttle, boy, they take really big advantage of their transfers. They had the top receiver against Guthrie. I think he transferred in or moved in, whatever it is. Probably moving. I think from Enid, and they had a couple of wide receivers from Christian Heritage Academy, an offensive lineman from
from Myrtle Beach, South Carolina. Too.
Yeah.
And when we didn't, I knew they had a couple, but I didn't. After talking to one of the streaming guys, I didn't realize how many transfers, move-ins they actually had. They had way more than I thought.
2 years in a row.
Yeah, so that's pretty nice to have.
Well, and listen, good for them. I mean, that's good. It's the nature of the beast in today's world.
Yep.
A lot of these kids that are transferring to now you can say, I had somebody say, do you think it's because of the new stadium? Well, I mean, people want to play in nice facilities, but I think it has more to do with probably the tradition of winning, the location, proximity. They're going to get a lot of kids from Oklahoma City metro area to go there because it's easy to get to. And we got a good coaching staff. They do a lot of things right. So, they're going to be a destination location, I think, for a lot of kids.
In the way too early predictions of the preseason Tuttle, I had them going 14-0, and I think they will every bit be a 14-0 or 13-1 type team. I think they're getting to the finals.
Yeah, they're going to be 13-1.
Losing in the finals again.
Woo-hoo! Yep.
Boy. It will be interesting if that does happen with Tuttle and Elgin again.
He's trying.
I'm doing my best. I picked them to win state in my predictions. My way too early predictions, I picked them. But
got to be honest with you, it's kind of feels a little dirty with you.
I know.
Like
Yeah.
No, I feel dirty about it too. I didn't feel good about the pick last week. I felt sick to my stomach when I made it.
Yeah, Leslie says, I was most shocked by the Dell City score, and for the second year in a row, Dell City loses to Edmond Memorial 35-0.
Yeah, that's crazy. I had Dell City winning that game, and a lot of people had Dell City winning that game.
That's all three of us did.
But it tells me, now I'll say this, first games of the year, things can happen.
Yeah.
Because I promise you, Guthrie's going to win a lot of football games this year. That's a good little football team. They didn't show it last Thursday. But, as the season goes on, there will be teams that week one you go, are they any good? And by the end of the year, we're going to go, yeah, they're pretty good. It's just part of it. But it's tough, The other thing, too, with high school football, I had a guy ask me, he said, how'd you do last week in your picks? I said, not very good. And he goes, was that bother you? I said, no, because we're guessing on these picks. I mean, we don't, we're not. There was how many kids transferred in football last year? 200, over 200 just in football, moved around. I mean, there's a lot of kids with a lot of moving parts, and it's hard, it's hard to predict games anytime. Ronnie, I mean, you're a two-time defending champion. You're better at it than we are, but yeah, it's tough.
Another big game. I watched a lot of football games. Guthrie played on Thursday, so we had Friday off. But the one that just wow is Bridge Creek. All they have to do
against Duncan,
yeah, Bridge Creek, Duncan, Bridge Creek. I don't know if they can take the knee and take the clock completely out, but it would have been real close. Yeah. Even if you have to punt.
You still have very little time to do anything.
And they fumble the football, and Sawyer Rice, couple plays, goes down the field, scores, and Duncan escapes for a Bridge Creek.
Wow.
And I have Duncan. I've been talking about Duncan's trying to sneak into maybe that 4th spot in the playoffs, but maybe they still got a chance, I think. But you start off 0-1 with the loss of Bridge Creek. They play this week, and then you got Guthrie the following week before getting to district play. But it was. Duncan almost blew that one. Well, Bridge Creek, they blew it.
They 100% blew it.
Just to be,
They Bridge Creek, you blew it.
What about Altus beats Ardmore 36-22? Good win for Altus. And Jacquez Washington at Midwest City gets shut out in his first game as a head coach as Piedmont takes him to him 53-0.
That's like I talked about last week. I said he's seen a lot of big time football, but he ain't seen a whole lot of flex bone.
Yeah,
and that's hard to prepare for if you're not. If you don't know a whole lot about it, but yeah.
Well, and you got to have a physical defense that gets to the point of attacking that. And, it's tough.
Yeah.
Yep. Dallas. I was going to bring this one up too. Maybe the most exciting game was a triple overtime thriller between Cushing and Berry Hill, and Cushing 418. We talked about Coach Rusty Morgan, what he's doing with the program over there in the last 5 years. Berry Hill, a very good team in 3A, and Berry Hill shows that they will be a good team in a very tough Class 3A. We got some great matchups in 3A football this week as well. Another big game, Muskogee and Booker T. Washington. Coach Condit and Muskogee Ruffers dropped the game to Nate Goodman and the Hornets, and really Booker T. really controlled the game.
Sure did.
Right now Muskogee's still looking for an identity on offense. They play 2 quarterbacks. One quarterback, the backup in this game, comes in and leads them down to a score, but a little too late. But Muskogee's still trying to figure things out. You have so many kids moving from 4A to 6A2 football. Coach Gunn, I think they'll need time, and I think they'll be fine as the season progresses. But right now, trying to find a quarterback.
Yeah, we talked about the Wagner kids going up to Muskogee, and 4A, you're king. I mean, when you go up to 6A, whether it's 6A1 or 6A2, they're just different kids, Phil.
Different.
They're different kids, bigger kids, stronger kids.
Yeah.
It's not 4A football. Yeah. It's big time football in Oklahoma when you go up there and play with the big boys. I mean, everything's different. When you show up to the field and you see the stadiums, you see the fans, you see the tailgating. It's just different in 6A football.
Chris, you and I saw an illustration of that during the COVID year when it ended up being Carl Albert had to cancel game, Bixby had to cancel games, so they decided, hey, let's get together and play. And at that time, I think Carl Albert had lost one game in 40-some attempts.
Yeah.
Were completely dominant and got absolutely dog-walked by Bixby at home.
Yeah.
I mean, so even the really good 5A schools, when you take that next jump up, it's a real jump.
Yeah, and Piedmont's learning that too right now, going up to 6A1.
Yeah. Yeah.
What about McGinnis jumping up to 6A1 and beating Deer Creek 17-14
that was big.
in a game that came down to the end as well?
Absolutely.
Yeah, it was big.
Yeah, there's a lot of matchups. As we said, this non-district portion of the schedule. There was another game in 5A that I wanted to bring up, and I'm drawing a blank on what it was. But, Pryor opened up their brand new stadium against a good 4A South Sol program. They get the victory there. And I'm trying to think of the other big games we had. Well, I have the list right here. We all picked Bixby over Owasso, 49. And I think it was 49-21. Bixby had a pretty easy time there.
Bethany beat Noble 21-13.
And then we were talking a little bit about Elgin, Lott MacArthur. Boy,
I'm done with Lawton Mac. Done. Put a fork in them.
Newcastle and Bartlesville. Is that the one you're thinking about?
4A up to 6A too.
Yep.
Yeah, that was Newcastle winning pretty easy to 51-34. So we mentioned Ed Memorial beating Dill City.
Broken Bow beat McAllister as well.
I watched that game, 23-20.
Yep.
23-20, and so they ruined the debut for Coach Jeff Craig at McAllister.
Yep.
And so, that was a very good win for Broken Bow. And for whatever dumb reason, I didn't have him in my top. I overlooked it. I had to. Didn't have him in my top 10, but Broken Bow is a good program. Cushing, Berry Hill, Jinx, Edmondson. I think no problem there. We all won that game. And then we all got the Westmore, some of our games last week. So we'll talk about a little bit how we did last week here in just a little bit. And we'll get one more comment here. When we come, we're going to take a break here in just a few moments. On the other side, we will be joined by Jordan Davis of the Oklahoman. Jordan does a great job covering high school sports and particularly football. So we'll get his thoughts on what he saw in week 0 and moving forward as well. Dallas says, that's why I never understood everyone wanted to see Carl Albert Owasso last year. Owasso would have beat them by 50.
Yeah, but they'd been up by 50 in the first half. I mean, Owasso would have just destroyed Carl Albert.
The offensive and defensive lines would be 100% the difference in that game.
100% the difference.
I mean, obviously, Carl Albert has some studs on their team, some Division I kids, OU kids, getting offers from Alabama and wherever else, which I guess Alabama's not very good anymore. But the offensive defensive lines of Owasso would absolutely dominate that game last year if they would have played.
And that's what we saw when Carl Albert played Bixby.
Absolutely.
Yeah, it wasn't. We were on the sideline that game. We're sitting there going, "Wow, this is different."
Yeah.
I mean, they're different.
Yeah.
It's noticeable, and it is the big boys, and it's the volume of good players. I mean, Bixby or your Owassos, your Jinx, or any of them in 6A1, they can just keep trotting really good players out there. When the other kids in 5A, you got your best out there. A lot of
playing
them
both sides.
Playing both sides. I mean, so it's just a different thing.
Yeah. Another note, we'll have a chance to talk about Owasso here in a little bit later on in the show, but it'll be interesting to see how Drew Frankenfield, the sophomore quarterback who came on the scene and beat everybody, and kind of we learned about him as he kept winning, and now everybody in the state knows Drew Frankenfield. So now, how do you play with expectations when you go 10 for 20 for 135 yards? Like, well, that's not normal. That's pretty good for a high school kid. But
not too
now
bad.
you're Drew Frankenfield with the history behind you. Be interested to see how he progresses this year.
And then I found out today that, at least, and I haven't confirmed this, Chris, maybe you know, but that the Memorial quarterback this year is Little McComb, the younger brother of David McComb.
At Memorial?
Yeah.
I don't know if he plays quarterback. I know he's a linebacker for sure.
I was told today by a guy whose kids went to Memorial, and I don't know if that's accurate. That's what I'm saying. I'm not sure.
Yeah.
But that's what I was told. I'd like to find that out.
That would be tough. If
Jordan's listening. He said that's correct. Yeah.
Well,
okay.
Colton McComb.
And it's Colton. And how tough do you have to be to play quarterback and linebacker in 6A1 football?
Oh.
Man.
6A1 football.
Yeah, totally different.
Yeah, he's a very good defensive player, but
He should just transfer to a team down south. Couple miles.
So yeah. Real quick before we get Jordan on here, a reminder that be sure to find us on your favorite social media platforms. You probably know them by now, but just in case, share anything that you see on there. We would really appreciate that. And our title sponsor, once again this year, is Red River Roofing, and just a great Oklahoma company, Phil.
Yeah, I do a lot of good things, a lot of good work around the state, and if it touches the exterior of your home, they're the ones to call. Well, I know them well. They're first-class people, stand behind their work, do good quality work in business over 25 years.
Had a Red River. I mean, the Red River, their trucks are everywhere.
Yeah.
And so I saw one today driving, because I'm in the service business as well, and I saw one, and he was driving, and I looked over at him, and he kind of took a double take, so I gave him a big old wave, so he kind of looked at me weird. So any of you Red River guys that are working, you see a guy waving at a pink truck, it's just me saying thank you. We appreciate it.
I do. I got one more comment to get to. I want to give a big shout out. That picture you see behind us is Hunter Shepherd Photography. That is a total Washington scrimmage. Yeah. And if you don't follow Hunter Shepard on social media, you need to do that. He's a walking knowledge in all sports. He can name things that I would even dream of remembering from 3-4 years ago. He's just a walking encyclopedia, not just football, but so many sports.
He's first of all, he's an awesome kid.
Yeah.
But he does great work. I mean, to your point, he's so knowledgeable, but man, his photography skills are on point. He does a great job. Loves high school sports.
Irish Homer, that's not Phil. Irish Homer says
I love the Irish.
You're not a Homer, though.
Well, no.
You can't.
But I love the Irish.
Well,
I don't know why people think I don't.
Beep.
Oh,
beep.
Go ahead.
Beep. You're backing up. Irish Homer asks, does Ronnie have a High School Huddle shirt on? If so, where can I order some gear?
Sure do.
Where did we get those?
Chris got them for us. You got them for remember?
That's
Chris,
right. I couldn't remember.
Yeah.
I've gotten so many different shirts.
Yeah,
I couldn't remember.
Yeah.
Chris got him.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
All right.
You got them from last year, remember?
Give me your birthday gift back.
All right. So
It's over there.
yeah, we'll have to work on the merch. We'll definitely we'll definitely work on that. So I want to get this in real quick. Kelly Davis. Hello, Kelly. Fairview looked legit last week. No rebuild for them. Absolutely. And I picked against the Yellow Jackets, although they wear orange and black.
That's why.
And that was a huge, biggest blunder I had all week last week. Yeah. And so, new quarterback, and they just beat Alva. Alva, Fairview A1, Alva 2A2, and it wasn't even close.
Yeah.
I got my favorite logo, my favorite mascot, I should say, in the state of Oklahoma. I threw him out of my top 10. I put him in the top 60.
You're mad.
I'm mad. I
threw him out of my top 10.
But that's
not even top 5, top 10.
Yeah. So yes, big win for Coach Bernard and the Fairview Yellow Jackets. You guys got it rolling. I think they got another big game coming up here soon as well. So congratulations to them. Okay, we're going to take a timeout, and hopefully technology works like it's supposed to. We'll have Jordan Davis from the Oklahoman on the other side of this break, and we're going to get into a whole lot of great stuff with Jordan, one of the most knowledgeable guys in the state of Oklahoma. This is the High School Huddle presented by Red River Roofing.
At home, the office, or your commercial building, you want a professional roofing contractor you can trust. Red River Roofing Siding and Windows has been the Oklahoma leader in residential and commercial roof repair, maintenance, and replacement for over 2 decades. Partnering with the best manufacturers to offer the best roofing systems with the best warranty protection and the best financing plan in the industry. Avoid the high volume of underqualified, untrained contractors and call Red River Roofing Siding and Windows today.
Mercy Hospital Logan County is here for you with our new Senior Life Solutions program designed specifically for older adults facing challenges like depression, anxiety, and grief. In partnership with Senior Life Solutions, Mercy Hospital offers compassionate, evidence-based mental health care. Our team are ready to help you or your loved ones improve their mental well-being. Call 405-260-4173 today to learn more of how Senior Life Solutions can make a difference.
Exxon was founded by 2 combat-proven veterans to help businesses grow from mediocre to exceptional. We know from experience that your culture and trust throughout the organization drive superior performance. Most business owners focus on the urgent rather than the important. They are just struggling to survive. The team at Exxon helps owners identify challenges, build solutions, and focus on growth. Do you trust your team? Does your team trust you? If not, we can help. We are Exxon.
Hey, you in the third row. Yes, you. When was your last dental checkup? Dr. Louis Turney and his staff provide dental care in a fun, relaxing environment. Still not convinced? Prefer to sleep through your appointment? No problem. We can do that too. Our staff can ensure you have a relaxing experience no matter what. Got kids? Hey, so do we. Come see what all the moms are talking about. Our kid-friendly staff loves to provide care to even the tiniest of teeth. Give us a call today. We've got the whole family covered.
Give Dr. Louis Turney a call at 282-7600.
For centuries, it was a windswept prairie until the run of '89 saw settlers scramble for land and life in a newborn town as Oklahoma's territorial capital, Guthrie. Bank First is loyal to the preservation movement that reclaimed Oklahoma's first state capital. And we're loyal to the banking legacy born at the corner of First and Oklahoma streets. Bank First. Loyal to Oklahoma. Loyal to you.
At Mosquito and Pest Authority, our job is to keep you pest-free.
Our signature mosquito control service and pest-proof barrier 360 service ensures that you aren't bothered by mosquitoes outside or pests inside. That's right, 2 brands, 2 services, only 1 visit needed. Don't believe us? We guarantee it, or we'll come back at no charge to you. No mosquitoes, no pests, no contracts, guaranteed. Call Ronnie and Sarah Phillips today at 405-916-0471. Welcome back, High School Huddle, week 1 of the football season. How about the weather, guys?
Oof.
It's been great.
It's been awesome.
I was inside all day. I walked out about 3:45. And what the daylights? It was beautiful.
Oh, good. You should have been out there like at noon. It was even nicer.
Well, I'd like to have.
I'm guessing. I'm hoping in Oklahoma we've seen the fake fall before.
Yeah.
I hope we don't find the 90s again.
Oh boy.
That would be. Hopefully we can get away with not having any 90s this right of the way. So
State Fair's coming, so it's probably be 110 here next week.
We going
rain
to State Fair?
and rain.
We going to the State Fair?
I'm sure we pick a day. Yeah.
Okay.
The food items came out last week. What's coming in? So
Healthy items?
absolutely,
Healthy choices?
absolutely,
Good.
yeah. We are presented by Red River Roofing, and it is time to bring in our special guest here is Jordan Davis of
My
the
man.
Oklahoman. So glad to see Jordan. Hope everything is going well in your world, Mr. Jordan.
What's going on, fellas? How you guys
What up,
doing?
JD?
Everything good?
Everything
Good,
is
Jordan.
good.
Everything's good.
And here's the cool thing about the huddle. You get to talk to us all the time, but bring your questions and comments
Yes.
for Jordan. And
Yes.
I'm telling you, he can go a little bit deeper on a lot of stuff. So bring your questions, comments. We're going to pop them on the screen, and Jordan will answer them for you. Now, don't say
I'll at least attempt to. I'll try to. It's a lot. It's still a lot going on, but
Now,
I'll try
I
to.
don't-
Also, I apologize for not getting the memo. You guys all have these polos on. I usually have mine.
Oh,
on,
no,
but
Phil
it was
normally wears a
dressed down
workout
day.
shirt, so you're fine.
Hey, Jordan,
okay.
you're so important in the state of Oklahoma. You can wear whatever you want. We don't care.
Well, I appreciate it. It's nice to hear. I appreciate that. Phil. Thank you.
Jordan, I watched the games Thursday and Friday, and I was thinking in my head overreaction, Del City, I don't know if they'll win a game this year. And then I go to the Oklahoma's website, and you do the overreaction. That's exactly how I was thinking. I think that's how everybody in this thing, Guthrie's going to go in 10. Owasso, they might not win a game. It was definitely an overreaction type weekend, early part of the season.
Oh yeah, of course. It was a lot of things that happened this weekend where people are obviously get their hot takes off. Remember, it's week 0, so people are always going to have something to say and feel like all right, things that can fit their own narrative. Obviously, the Dale City thing is one of those things. We saw the same thing happen, the exact same thing. Like it was, I think I wrote it in my lead. Like it was literally deja vu. For people that were at that game, because it was 35-0 last year when they played at Dale City in week 0, and then it was also 35-0 again this year. You have guys like Cole McComb, like you guys just talked about. I think I misspoke. He plays running back, not quarterback.
Okay.
For Memorial, but as well as him being one of the best linebackers that we have in the state. He had a huge performance in that game, and so like I said, I think I didn't want to take too much away from Dale City. I know that there's some learning curves. They have some new guys in there. But that, and then like you talked about Owasso losing to Bixby, first week. I've seen I think I saw the other day Max Preps has Bixby number 2 in the country right now. I
Some
don't
publications
know,
have them number 1.
What I think about that, but I've seen a lot of places where they have them 1 or 2 or 3.
I would say,
I think that
I would
go
say
ahead.
they're a top 25 program, 25 program in the country, but we get television.
No, Phil. They had Bixby number 2 in the state in 6A1.
in the state.
No. They had the number 2 in the country. Well, who are you talking about, Phil?
Max Preps.
Yeah, who are you talking about, Chris? Yeah, Max Preps had the number 2 in the country, behind Matter Day or something.
Okay.
if I'm not
which is
mistaken.
insane.
I told Phil to forget about Max Preps and their stuff.
Yeah, you did. You taught me
Yeah.
that. You taught me that.
I saw one publication with
Just-
Bixby in the top
you
1 or
want
2.
you want some good publication information, just go to the oklahoma.com/.
Come on now. Come on now.
There it is.
There it is.
Company man.
And then I saw, Jinx or Bixby was number 1 or number 2 in the nation. Then I saw Jinx actually in the top 25 in one of these publications as
crazy.
well. So again, it's
a bit of a exaggeration, like we were talking
Well,
about.
yeah. It's how are we going to rank high school football? There's a billion teams.
I will say this. I don't know how many Division I guys they have at I just went blank. The big academy.
Bixby.
IMG.
IMG.
Oh, yeah.
Pretty sure IMG would have success against Bixby. Just pretty sure.
I agree. I'm right there with you.
You know, I mean, so and there's a lot of programs like IMG around the country. Just
that wideout for Delmar. Did you see that catch?
Well, they're basically colleges.
Jordan. Jordan. And we'll talk about Jinx and Owasso a little bit later on, but I got a question for you. KD Jones, a lot of people have him as one of the top, number one or number two player in the state of Oklahoma. We saw him struggle a little bit running the ball against Owasso, against some of these better teams. What's your thoughts on KD Jones, the great running back for Jinx? He's committed to Oklahoma State University, but we've watched him twice last year. Had a hard time running the football against Owasso. Don't get me wrong, but against the good teams, I guess I'm looking for a little bit more. I don't know if that's the right word. You've seen a lot more than I have, but your thoughts on KD?
I think if you ask me, obviously it's him, Mason James, and then Jaden O'Neal, who's new with Mustang. Those are a lot of people's consensus. I guess you could say three best playmakers, so to speak, in the state right now. I saw Caden Jones against Santa Fe the other day, and it was by far one of the best performances I've seen since I've been here. Now, he's done that twice since I've been here. He had last year he had I think it was like 250-yard game against Mustang with like 4 touchdowns. He only played the first half. And then the last week, what he does with about 5 touchdowns and went over for 200 yards catching and receiving as well. But if you ask me, I mean, he's a great back. You see the talent is there. I mean, he's great in between the tackles. You get him on the outside, he's gone. You're pretty much not gonna touch him. I think that obviously when Jinx plays against the Owassos and the Bixbys of the world, teams that can match up with their size, because Jinx has won, I believe they have like 3 prospect, like as far as college recruits go, they have 3 Division I linemen. Excuse me if I'm mispronouncing his name. I think it's Dafe Ororu is one of them. He's a 4-star. Mm-hmm. Then you have Riley Kester as well. I believe, if I'm not mistaken, he's going to Tulsa. So you have him and then another kid named Jamison Mobley who's really good as well. So when they're playing against these units and these front sevens where they're not Bixby or Owasso, just to say frankly, of course he's gonna go off. So against most teams this year, expect at least 150 rushing yards and at least 2 to 3 touchdowns a game from the kid. But obviously when you're playing against Owasso, where and Bixby and those type of teams where they live in the trenches, everything that they do starts with the development in the trenches. Like I was talking to Lauren Montgomery a few weeks ago, and he was explaining same thing with Antonio Graham, explaining to me like that they have a lot of these kids in these programs from when the time they're obviously 6th, 7th, 8th grade, and know that they're going to be offensive linemen. A lot of these offensive linemen guys are, guys that want to be tight ends that they have to put weight on, that are taller or bigger, and then they move to offensive line. But, they really, hone in on developing the trenches, defensive and offensive line from pretty much day one. So there are separations when it comes to again, the trenches. So, but I think Caden Jones is by far one of the, again, other than Demarius Robinson from Edmond Santa Fe 2 years ago, he had by far the best game that I've seen since I've been here in these 2 years, 350 yards rushing and 6 touchdowns. I think Caden Jones is probably like the best player, or at least the best output that I've seen from a player since I've been here. So I think he's the real deal, if you ask me. And if he keeps on going and keeps on having these big rushing games, who's to say he even stays committed to where he's at right now? But we'll see.
Now, with Caden Jones, do you think when he does play against the Jinx, I mean the Bixbys and the Owassos, and he struggles in these games, do you think it's a middle thing that he's trying to do too much, not rely on the team as much? I mean, what do you think it is that's kind of not getting him through these games?
I think it's more so just the what they're set, what these other teams are setting up for him, changing their gap pressure, or making because they have the bodies where it's like, again, they have the athletes, they have the coaching where they can, Owasso and again Bixby and even Union as well, like they have the coaching where they can limit guys, and they have the guys where they're quick enough to get off the edge and blitz those guys. Even the safeties come down or they're playing up. It's just about, I think it's more so a coaching thing. Like they have especially when you get to like the postseason. Obviously Caden struggled in the postseason. I don't know that's what you guys are talking about against Owasso last year, but yeah, like when you have that that type of when you have that talent on the team, I think that it makes it harder for those things. And when the offense is just truthfully, like all zoned in on, everything that you can do, and everything is around, what you're able to do when you have the football in your hands. It definitely, I'm sure that, some of the pressures, he, tends to maybe cave into that pressure of having to do everything on certain bases in certain games.
A lot of pressure from dad too.
So yeah, exactly. And then you have that, and you have his dad coming. I saw his dad on the field and everything. Giving praise to Coach Gaylor and everything after the game the other day too. But I think all of that obviously plays a part. But I would more so say it's more so just a personnel thing. Like other than Caden out wide, I mean they have Malachi and McCaleb Dillard, who those brothers are really good out there. But other than those guys, I mean, there's still a lot to be seen with Jenks. So who's to say? When they play each other this year, again, they have a much improved O line this year, and some of those guys are developing more and more. Who's to say? What happens when they play Owasso this week? So we'll see what happens.
We'll see what happens for sure.
Another big talking point this year is those Mustang Broncos. Transfer U. I don't know what you want to call them over there, but. You've seen Mustang. Tell us what we need to know about Mustang.
And Jaden O'Neal.
Jaden O'Neal is impressive. Like he's the real deal. Like you hear about all these. I'm not gonna say any names, but you hear about a lot of guys who might have transferred here, might have transferred there, might have came from here, might have came from there. Guys that finally might have got opportunity at quarterback. Guys that finally got opportunity at receiver or D line. Guys that are expected to do big things. And then when Jaden, you see those guys in practice and you're like, they're solid. And then you go and see Jaden O'Neal play. And they weren't even, when I went, it wasn't nothing much, but that was the first day of pads. So they had inter-squad scrimmages and whatnot. I think Nichols went and saw him when they played against like Westmore and a few of those other teams. And he said he was really impressive. But when I saw him, it was no doubt that probably, again, the best. And I only saw him in practice. I have yet to see him in a game, but best quarterback probably I've seen since I've been here. Just the zip on the ball is different. The way he rolls out and, is able to make throws on the run, is able to make throws across his body. It's nothing like I've seen, like I said, since I've been here from a quarterback. And for him to live up to that and what I think he's going to live up to that at Mustang this year, I think they're going to be really good. And then you think about, again, you talk about being transfer U, all the transfers that they have. Wide receiver Ryder Murphy, who led Norman in receiving last year. You add Gabe Osborne from Putnam City, who can play both ways, but is a 4-star safety right now, being recruited by multiple SEC schools. You look at Judson Gillian, running back, who also plays linebacker from Bethany. Everson Malaka, who also came from Bethany. Like, they have the guys there, and they have. To me, I think it's all just obviously these players meshing and putting all this talent together and seeing what Coach Blankenship and the guys over there can do. Especially, I don't think the offense. I think I just got to see how the defense. And obviously, again, them playing in 6A1, where you're going to have to run into Jenks, you're going to have to run into Bixby, Owasso, Union, Broken Arrow. Like, how will they stand in the trenches against these other teams that I just talked about that, this is what they live, eat, and breathe? Yeah, you can have everything in the world at these skill positions, but when it comes down to the nitty and gritty, how is Mustang going to respond to some of that? And that is the number one question. Everything else, no questions. I think that they'll have one of the most electrifying offenses in the state, one of the best defenses in the state, if you ask me. But that's what all of it comes down to, again, is their offensive and defensive line. And Coach Blankenship knows that. Like, I've talked to him about it, and he seems to be really confident about what they can do on both of those ends.
Yeah, that's why I'll be curious about the offensive and defense line. We hear all the great athletes, but we'll see in the trenches that we talked about earlier, Phil. Yeah,
I mean, the big boys are going to decide everything. I don't care what caliber of football. I don't care what age group. If you're going to win ball games, you better have the big uglies up front. That's what makes everybody go. One thing I would really wish we would do with all these portal. I know, Chris, we talked about it in the preseason. JD, I'd like your opinion on this, and maybe even with all your free time, give you a homework assignment. Are you down for that?
Go ahead. Hey,
okay.
I'm here.
So for those of us that love high school football, there was over 200 transfers in the state of Oklahoma, open transfers this year. I think it should be required by the team where they transferred to that in their rosters or somewhere they release where they played the year before. And I'm not saying that to be mean. I'm saying that because I genuinely like to know, because to try to keep up with all this stuff is absolutely insanity. I mean, one day you're saying, one of the Booker T Big D tackles went to IMG. Then you find out, no, he didn't go to IMG. He's still there. They're both still there. I mean, it's insanity where, we talked earlier about Wagner when Coach took the job at Muskogee and he took 4 or 5 of his players with him. I say he took them. They went with him to go play at Muskogee. How are people supposed to know what the heck is going on? I mean, it's just crazy.
Trust me, like, it's my job, to follow this stuff, and it's hard. Like you just said, it's kind of, you look up and you see this player going here and that player going there, and then you talking to coaches. Like, we went to practices and I went to scrimmages, and you're like, who is that kid? And then they're saying either his name. You're like, oh, I thought he was at that school. Wasn't he just the best player? And it's hard to keep up, especially football, because basketball, you can see the immediate impact, like you can say, like you could have a kid transfer from across the country, across the state, and him be the point guard of the team, and the team will move completely differently because there's only 5 players on the floor versus 11, and you include the offensive and defensive lines. And you like we just talked about Mustang, you can have all the talent and the athletes in the world at these skill positions, but how do they really fit and how do they mesh? But yeah, I agree. I definitely agree that they should definitely, because I tried, it's hard for us to put together a list of transfers, who transferred here and who transferred there, because it's so many. It's like you said, is it 200? Like, is that confirmed? I would assume it was more in football.
Yeah, I was told over 200, but I heard that over the summer, early, maybe that has changed, but I definitely heard 200. Speaking with Jordan Davis of the Oklahoman, dip down to Class 5A football. I think it's going to be a fun year for Class 5A. Obviously, Carl Albert is going for a 4-peat. They've won 36 straight district games, and certainly think that streak will continue. But you got a lot of interesting teams this year. I think when you look at the east side, they're getting better, of course, led by Booker T. Washington, but Claremore's better, Pryor's better. Newcastle made the semis a year ago. McGinnis is playing much better. They're getting better. Guthrie was in the state championship last year. I think 5A will have a fun season this year. Of course, and Dell City, they've played in the semis, they played in the finals. They've just run into Carl Alberts over the years. Robert Jones hasn't even lost 10 games yet, double-digit losses in his 5 years over there. I think 5A is a fun class to watch for. It only, can they get closer to Carl Albert?
Dale City specifically, or just everybody else in general?
Yeah.
I definitely think this is, again, since I've been here, probably, and I've only been here, this is only my 3rd year, but I'll say from what it sounds like, obviously, in these last 3 years that Carl Albert has won, I think that this year would be, the closest, I guess you could say, to it being a toss-up in 5A. Obviously, Carl Albert, it's a new era. Like, I was just at the practice last week, and obviously there's some really good guys that that they're expecting a lot of big things out of. Denver Young is their quarterback, who's I believe, I don't want to miss, not Denver Young, sorry, from Putnam City. They have a quarterback from Putnam City. I can't remember his name. I apologize, but Denim Friday from Putnam City went to Carl Albert. Now he's the quarterback there, and he has a lot of promise. I saw a lot of promise and flashes of potential there at Carl Albert. They have Elijah Matthews, obviously LeBron Royal. They have some guys that have been a part of these championship teams in the past year, but obviously, like you guys just talked about, exit all of these OU and defense, D1 kind of caliber guys. And, now you're in a new era where you're trying to get everybody on the same page. So because of that, obviously, inevitably, to a degree, people can potentially catch up. Teams that, like you just talked about, Dale City, Collinsville, who else? I'm sorry.
Booker T, I think. I think Booker T,
obviously. I'm going to see Booker T play Dale City on Friday as well. So I think that, it can really be anybody's year. I think it obviously, I can't count out Carl Albert and Coach Dunn, with everything they've done. Obviously Guthrie, I think you guys are, in a good position as well. So it's like, you can't really ever count Carl Albert out. But again, if there was a year, like I said, with the year turnover, with the year of new guys coming in and trying to get everybody acclimated to the Carl Albert standard, and then everybody playing on that same page, I think that this would be the year where we potentially could see somebody, knock Carl Albert off, and they don't get the 20th state championship this year.
It's personal.
I have Carl Albert winning though. Let me just
sure,
say that.
Yeah, I did too. We do too.
Well, I had Dell City.
We'll see.
Yeah.
We'll see.
I gotta
Jordan,
see. I haven't seen too much of Dell City. I gotta see them on Friday.
It's person to person, but Washington 45 game winning streak. Bixby has won 10 of the last 11, 7 in a row. Carver has won 3 in a row, going for 4. Do you like the dynasties in high school sports? And this is just football. I'm talking about all sports, but do you like? It's easy to cheer against teams like that. You know, the Dallas Cowboys, Steph Curry and the Warriors when they're rocking and rolling. The Yankees,
The Cubs.
Yeah.
Oh, sweet Jesus.
Jordan, your thoughts? Do you like that?
I think, I don't want to take anything away from it and say that I dislike it, because obviously the work that goes into winning 8 straight state championships like Bixby, I don't want to take anything away from that, you can't take anything away from that. At the largest classification, being able to do that 8 straight, you wake up every single year and start on July 1st, and from July 1st to the end of December or midway through December, you put your everything into this, even before that, and in the weight room before that. So I don't want to take anything away from that. But I mean, obviously, I would like to see a bit more parity to a degree. But when you have 14 classifications, I mean, it's kind of hard to necessarily have all that parity. So, but it is what it is. I will say this: when you see these teams go on these dynasty runs, it definitely builds a different kind of, obviously, respect to see just up close, and again, just see what every team is doing day in and day out to reach that moment in December where they can hold up that gold ball. I don't want to take anything away from that. So, but yeah, it's like I said, I would love to see a little bit more parity. And then maybe the transfer rule will potentially help with that, or maybe it won't. We'll have to see.
Jordan, your thoughts on quarterbacks in Oklahoma this year? Of course, C.J. Turnbull, a kid that was at Millwood. He transfers over to Putnam City. But some of the quarterbacks that you think will have special seasons?
Well, off the top, like Tyler, we just talked about, obviously O'Neal. I think he's going to have a big year. I think just with his talent alone and the talent around him. Again, maybe the trenches might not be where they are, but offensively, I think he's fully capable of potentially shocking a lot of people. Maybe a state semifinal run potentially. I didn't even say this before, but I talked to Blankenship. Lee Blankenship told me he thinks that this is the best Mustang team he's coached, or one of, other than the team that went to the semifinals and lost to Jenks a few years ago. He says that this is the best team that he's had. So I'll leave that for you guys' interpretation. But other than him, obviously Frankenfield at Owasso, Carson Kirby, Bixby, Easton Webb at Sand Springs. I feel like Sand Springs can be right there, obviously, and make that state championship run. I don't know about when, but definitely be in the game. I forget if are they in the same district as Choctaw, so they'll have to play them regardless, right?
So I always get those 4.
I
think that's right.
Yeah, I believe that's right.
Because last year they played them in the semifinals.
So split.
So they might have to go through them again. Okay, but yeah, I think Easton Webb is right up there, and obviously his receiver, I personally think is at least a top 3 receiver in the state. Dominic Forbes, who's just a junior, he's a stud. He's really like that, as the kids would say. But other than him, I mean, you have Creed Barrett at Washington. I mean, I can go back and name all the top teams. Carter Rickey, like I can name all these kids from all these top schools. And all of them are going to be impressive. I'm waiting to see who really stands out. There's a kid at Norman North that everybody keeps talking about. I haven't seen him play. Nash Henry. Everybody keeps talking about him. Sophomore. I believe his dad is an assistant on the OU women's basketball team. I remember seeing him at the OU game. I think it was the week before. You guys know Aaliyah Chavez, the number 1 girls player in the country. Mm-hmm. I remember seeing Joe C going back and forth from her to some little light-skinned kid in the front row. And I'm like, who is this kid? Like, who is he? Then a week later, I'm scrolling Instagram and I see Nash Henry plastered all over these. He has ad deals and everything. So I have a lot of promise. I think the kid has a lot of promise from videos I've seen. I have yet to see him play, but that's another kid that everybody is talking about. Mason James has been raving about him all summer as well. So I think there's plenty of quarterbacks that we have to see. But other than the names from, like I said, the big schools and these 6A and in some of these lower schools that have all this success already, I'm really excited to see who's really going to stand. Jazier Posey from Pecola, always putting up numbers. I've seen the film, really good kid. And then the kid from Rejoice Christian, the Compton, I think his name is Compton Nero, I believe. I'm sorry if I'm messing up on his name, but he had a huge game last week, threw for 400 yards and rushed for a touchdown as well, and also played safety and got an interception. So, I mean, long story short, it's a lot of really good guys that are kind of flowing under the radar across our state, given, where they might play at or what their situations might be. But I think we have a lot of good talent, but I'm looking forward to seeing. And I think the Compton kid, Nero kid, he's a 3-star already as a sophomore. He's the only ranked sophomore that we have in the state. So I would be on the lookout for him.
Jordan, did I hear you're taking in Memorial Del City this week?
Del City and Booker T.
Booker T.
I'll be there. And then I'll be at Putnam West in PCO tomorrow, but.
Awesome. Well, you can always find Jordan Davis at the OklahomaNewsOK.com. I think Jordan has done a great job. I've been watching that newspaper for a long, long time. I was a newspaper nerd back in the day, but Ryan Aber, Jacob Unruh, Bob Presbillo, and now you're in that role as well. You do a great job, and we hope to have you on numerous times throughout this season.
I feel like a proud daddy. I really do. I really do. I mean, I think was it your first week?
Yeah, my first week. I think the second. I think it was the second. It was week 1.
Yeah, week
of you
one.
guys
We turn around. There's this mountain of a man walking to our press box. Introduced. So yeah, sat right back there and had an absolute blast with him that night. And
we could have drove him out of town, Phil.
Oh,
Think
man,
about it.
Was so good though. It was so good. But all joking aside, it's been really neat to watch you become the professional that you are. You do an unbelievable job covering high school sports in the state of Oklahoma. We appreciate it, and it really is. It's like a proud daddy moment every time I read one of your stories or get to talk to you, because you're killing it. And we're all very, very proud of you.
I appreciate the love as always, fellas. Like I said, I would love to come on at any time. Just let me know, and I will definitely see you guys.
Come on,
week 3.
Come on,
Blanchard, correct?
Come on, that's it.
Yep.
I will definitely make myself available to be there. So I'll see you guys soon at the Rock, or potentially before then. Chris, we'll talk.
Yeah,
awesome,
absolutely.
If you can get here early, maybe we can go have a little bite to eat before the game.
Yeah, like last time. I would love to. Just let me know.
Yeah, that'd be great.
Jordan, have fun this week covering the games, and we'll look forward to your articles in the Oklahoman.
Appreciate you guys.
Thanks, JD.
Always love. Thank you.
Absolutely.
Thanks, Jordan.
Jordan Davis of the Oklahoman, and we hope to do some more stuff. We're on the time schedule tonight. We can talk to him for a straight hour and get some great stuff from him, but we're on a time crunch. So big thank you to Jordan again. We're going to have him, not necessarily, I hope to have him live on the show often, but some other recordings so we can go a little bit more in depth.
Deeper, yep.
What a great kid.
Absolutely.
The only character flaw he has,
White Sox fan.
he's a White Sox fan. That's terrible.
We'll work on that. So. All right, we're up against our next break here. When we come back, the High School Huddle's Week 1 Top 5 rankings coming up here a little bit later on. We'll have our predictions for the top 10 games of the week presented by the High School Huddle.
Bring it on.
Fun. All right, back after this. This is the High School Huddle presented by Red River Rivalry.
Mom, Red River's gonna fix our roof.
Buddy, it's gonna be easy getting a quote after that storm. Have you seen those roofers?
I can get you a new roof. Wait.
It will be out of business next week.
Roofing!
Let's quit messing with these clowns and call Red River Roofing.
Exxon was founded by 2 combat-proven veterans to help businesses grow from mediocre to exceptional. We know from experience that your culture and trust throughout the organization drive superior performance. Most business owners focus on the urgent rather than the important. They are just struggling to survive. The team at Exxon helps owners identify challenges, build solutions, and focus on growth. Do you trust your team? Does your team trust you? If not, we can help. We are Exxon.
Hey, you in the third row. Yes, you. When was your last dental checkup? Dr. Louis Turney and his staff provide dental care in a fun, relaxing environment. Still not convinced? Prefer to sleep through your appointment? No problem. We can do that too. Our staff can ensure you have a relaxing experience no matter what. Got kids? Hey, so do we. Come see what all the moms are talking about. Our kid-friendly staff loves to provide care to even the tiniest of teeth. Give us a call today. We've got the whole family covered.
Give Dr. Louis Turney a call at 282-7600.
At Mosquito and Pest Authority, our job is to keep you pest-free. Our signature mosquito control service and pest-proof barrier 360 service ensures that you aren't bothered by mosquitoes outside or pests inside. That's right, 2 brands, 2 services, only 1 visit needed. Don't believe us? We guarantee it, or we'll come back at no charge to you. No mosquitoes, no pests, no contracts, guaranteed. Call Ronnie and Sarah Phillips today at 405-916-0471.
For centuries, it was a windswept prairie until the run of '89 saw settlers scramble for land and life in a newborn town as Oklahoma's territorial capital, Guthrie. Bank First is loyal to the preservation movement that reclaimed Oklahoma's first state capital. And we're loyal to the banking legacy born at the corner of First and Oklahoma Streets. Bank First. Loyal to Oklahoma. Loyal to you.
Mercy Hospital Logan County is here for you with our new Senior Life Solutions program designed specifically for older adults facing challenges like depression, anxiety, and grief. In partnership with Senior Life Solutions, Mercy Hospital offers compassionate, evidence-based mental health care. Our team are ready to help you or your loved ones improve their mental well-being. Call 405-260-4173 today to learn more of how Senior Life Solutions can make a difference.
Welcome back. High School Huddle. Segment number 2, 3, whatever it is. 3. Ronnie, Phil, and Chris, we are presented by Red River Roofing. Appreciate all your text messages out there. It is Red River Roofing. I listened to the Joel Klatt podcast today, or maybe it was last week, and he was talking about that. So I've been thinking way too much. But yes, big thank you to our great title sponsor, Red River Roofing, and all of our great sponsors as well. So I appreciate Jordan once again joining us here, and appreciate all the comments as well. Tony Wilson in the house. I told him to set his notifications when we go live. I don't think he got the 6 o'clock notification, but he has joined us as well as Chandler plays. Let's see here, the team off the Turnpike. Strode. Chandler Stroud. I know who I'm picking in that game. Did not make the top 10 this week, but both teams making their debut. Chandler Stroud, one of the fun rivalries out there in Oklahoma high school football, and any sport, anytime Chandler and Stroud get together. Well, now we've had some games now we can kind of have a little bit of that, what we looked at, and take a look at the top 5 rankings here on the High School Huddle. And there's been a lot of changes in 5A football.
I imagine.
A lot of 5A football, a lot of moving parts. So let's get into our top 5 here on the High School Huddle. Of course, we will start with Class A2 football, work our way there. Woodland, the number 1 team, and they are defending state champions. Talihina at number 2, Region Prep 3, Thomas number 4, and the Bucks of Hominy at number 5. And Woodland's got a good one this week. We'll talk a little bit about that here in just a little bit as they host Pawnee. Class A1 football, speaking of Pawnee, they are number 2 behind the number 1 ranked team in Rejoice Christian. Cash and big victory. They opened up their brand new stadium, beautiful turf field with a convincing victory there. They at number 3. Jordan Davis talked about Pecola and their quarterback. They're at number 4. And Pawhuska, Coach Hennessy has in the Pawhuska team are at number 5. Take a look at Class 2A2 football rankings, and it lines up. Yes, there's another right on this year's Vian team. And so I think it'll be Vian Davis. I think will be a great matchup if we see it again. Vian number 1, Davis number 2, Adair number 3. Great season in the regular season. We'll see if they can put it together when it counts in the playoffs. Number 4, Salina, a team that to watch out for. They can make a big run deep in the 2A2 playoffs. And Stroud at number 5. And 2A2, it might kind of be a snoozer at times throughout the season, but I think 2A2, when it comes playoff time, will be really, really fun to watch in 2A2 football. Move over to Class 2A1 football, and the state's longest winning streak, Washington, 45 straight victories. They got a big one, though, this week. We'll talk about that here in our next segment. Number 2, Metro Christian. Number 3, the Longhorns of Jones. Number 4 is Marlowe, and Millwood is at number 5. Kenny Gillespie says Cashin should be number 1. Well, we got a long season. They got time.
Plenty of time.
Plenty of time. Class 3A rankings here on the High School Huddle. Number 1, Lincoln Christian. Number 2, Sulphur. Well, they played a good with Washington. We'll see what happens here. Heritage Hall, number 3. Holland Hall jumps up to number 4 with an impressive victory last week over Cascia Hall up in Tulsa. And number 5, the Demons of Perkins Tryon. Take a look at the Class 4A rankings. Not much is changing there. In fact, nothing changes. Elgin doubles up Lawton MacArthur and stays number 1. Tuttle takes it to Guthrie. Wasn't even close to a 38-13 ball game. Ada Cougars get a season opening victory. They stay at number 3. Congratulations to Coach Jake Hayes. Puddle getting his first ever head coaching win as they beat out Booneville. I'm sure that's an Arkansas team. And Coach Rusty Morgan at Cushing, number 5. They had a triple overtime thriller against Berry Hill.
Great game.
Now we take a look at the 5A rankings, and they have shuffled quite a bit. Out is Guthrie. Out is Dale City, the new top 5 here on the High School Huddle in 5A. Number 1, Carl Albert. They were off last week, but they have a good one this week. They are at number 1. Booker T. Washington, 21-14 victors over Muskogee. They are the new number 2 team. Pryor jumps up to number 3. And look at Bishop McGuinness. They were in the top 10, but now they're in the top 4 and coming at number 4. And Newcastle at number 5. Thoughts on 5A?
It's not my top 5, but it's close.
Okay, so how it works on a High School Huddle, we all put our rankings in. We put a formula together and do that. So what's your top 5?
My top 5 in 5A would be I have Carl Albert, Booker T. I got Bishop McGuinness, number 3.
Ooh.
Bishop McGuinness. Ooh. I wasn't too impressed with the Pryor game last week. And then I got
Pryor be a good Southside team.
Yeah. I like to see them do a little more. If you're going to compete in 5A, you probably need to take it to that kind of team. Then I got Newcastle, number 4, and I still got Dell City, number 5, just because they lost last year, same score, and they ended up turning it on pretty well.
Yeah. Those are the Phil.
I've been put on probation talking about 5A football for the remainder of the year.
And Ronnie, you can't be the Irish homer. We already got an Irish homer.
I mean, I got him ranked number 3. That's not being a homer. If I was being a homer, I'd be having like T-Fred. I would have him number 1.
Who do the Irish have? They have Kelly this week?
Yep.
Let's see how they do that rivalry game first.
Irish homer says, before your picks, in case you have the Battle of the Bishops in your top 10, they are. Montgold Air Force Command is suspended against Kelly. He got ejected on the game's last defensive play.
There's your out, Phil.
Oh, I don't need him out.
Oh, okay.
I said what I said. I may have had a seizure when I said it, but I said what I said.
We do have the Irish in the I got to go all the way back over here to get that comment off. We do have the Irish in the top 10, so we'll get that here in a little bit. Okay, take a look at 6A2 football rankings. There we go. Number 1, Choctaw. Number 2, Stillwater. Number 3, Sand Springs. Choctaw got a victory over Lubbock Monterey. They stay at number 1. Stillwater did not play last week. Sand Springs did not play last week. Piedmont Wildcats, the number 4 team in 6A2. And Muskogee drops down to number 5.
Phil, I didn't pit him number 4. I had him number 5. So that means you had to pit him number 4.
I'm not on probation in 6A2.
53-0.
Who'd they beat?
Midwest City.
Okay. I don't have Piedmont in the top 5.
Piedmont Wildcats, number 4. 6A1 football rankings. Number 1, Bixby. Number 2, Jinx. Number 3, Broken Arrow. Number 4, Mustang. Number 5, Owasso. Not in the top 5 right now is Tulsa Union. Had over maybe like 150 penalty yards and just a little bit sloppy offensively. And I think not the debut that Coach Graham was wanting to have at his alum.
Yeah, not a very that's not a Antonio Graham-like team either to have those kind of penalties and for that much as well.
First game with him there. I mean, it'll take some time to adjust, but they'll be there at the end of the year. But I think I like that top 5. That's how I would make an argument. Broken Arrow should be 2. But I'm fine with them being at 3. And
I think I had a Union at 5 instead of Wausau. I mean, granted they lost to Bixby, but they were completely dominated.
Yeah.
There's 6 schools.
Yeah, there's going to be a lot. There's going to be a lot of teams that are going to lose to Bixby that way. Dallas says he would switch Owasso for Union. So you guys on the same
He's a
Same
little,
pass
he's a
there.
little bitter.
Yeah. So those are the high school huddle top 5. Your guys' thoughts on any of them?
Oh, we're going back to 5A. I sometimes I get caught up in moments. Right.
No.
Well, I mean, it happens. I mean, it's rare.
I've never seen
it. Happens at least once a year. We were down here on a weekend doing our preseason predictions, and I had some fun because we have a good friend that's a big McGinnis guy.
The day of the Lord was Sunday.
And I said, I'm McGinnis will go 4-6 this year. And obviously, I was playing. I think they'll go 5-5. But I mean, it's not.
You had them at 3-7 at one time.
I had a path to 3-7.
Yeah.
I had a path years ago. Remember, this is 7, 8, 9 years ago during our show. I had a path from Memorial to win 8 games. You remember that?
Vaguely.
They won 2 that year. Yeah. So no, it's. But I think McGinnis showed that they're a very good football team. They had a lot. Beat a Deer Creek team, went all the way up 6A1, handled them on the road. I think
17-14.
Yeah, I think this ball game, it's a rivalry game. I think on paper McGinnis should win this game, but it's a big rivalry game. That suspension will have an effect. It will have an effect. I mean, he's
so
a
it was the
Division I
McGinnis
player.
kid that got.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Last play of the game, got an unsportsmanlike. Must have said something that
said the word.
Got him ejected. But it happens.
I think my overall thoughts of the rankings is I kept when I do my rankings on here, I have last year's on there, and it's gonna change all year long. I mean, it's just it is what it is. I mean, we're starting to learn more about kids, and again, all the transfers that come to one school to the other, you got to see if they mesh, and sometimes they just don't mesh. And we saw it last year with Jinx; they didn't mesh as well as we thought they would, and whatever it is. But Del C loses 35-0, and they've been having a pretty good season last year. So these things will change. So
everybody needs to breathe. I mean,
it's overreaction.
It was week 0.
Yeah.
I mean, I had people come up to us. Of course, we cover the Guthrie Blue Jays during the regular season on Friday nights or Thursday nights, depending on what night they're playing. I had people say, "Gosh, are we going to win any games this year? Gosh, are we going to be?" Just breathe. I'd say the same thing for Del City. Del City is going to be a good football team. It just is what it is. We talked about that difference. They go from 5A up to 6A1. The big boys up front look different at 6A1. So you're going to be able to do things when you're playing that 5A competition. You just can't physically get done when you're playing 6A1 teams because of the big guys up front. But I'd say if you're Del City, breathe a little bit. I think Pryor's still going to have a lot to say in 5A.
Yep, I agree.
McGinnis is a good football team. Probably better than I thought they would be. I never dreamed they'd be 4-6. I was having some fun. What do you call that? What am I doing? Backing the truck up?
Yeah, you're
backing the truck
beep,
up. Beep, beep, beep.
beep,
but obviously they're a better football team than I thought. The thing that's talking about the McGinnis game is I'm watching some of the highlights that evening on the news, and I saw some of the players and went, holy smokes, they look the part. I mean, they look good on the field.
You watch the news?
Well, sometimes.
Wow.
Well, yeah, sometimes.
You sure got a lot to say about McGinnis today.
Well, I mean, McGinnis is one of the finest programs in the state. It has been for years.
I thought you were just going to own it all year long.
No, I'm owning it.
After 1 week, you're backing out? That ain't no fun.
No, I'm just admitting early I was wrong. I'm just.
Are you overreacting right now?
Oh, probably. Yeah, I mean, that's what I tend to do.
McGinnis,
I don't like this, Phil.
McGinnis, if you better win. You better. Irish Homer had a great comment earlier that I didn't get up during the Jordan interview. He says, transfer is probably 200 plus. That doesn't count move-ins. That's exactly right.
Yeah, that's a great point.
Yeah, there is a difference in that. So, and I want to get back up here to one other comment. We got to get one final break, and then the next segment's going to be the interactive one. That's when you, Chatsfield, really gets involved with your game day predictions. Chris Frost, joking a little bit here, says, so what Phil is saying is that he might not be a reliable ranking maker.
Chris, that's accurate.
It's very accurate. Yeah.
It's very accurate. I've got 6 jobs. I do the best I can when I get on here. I work like 100 hours a week. It's just really hard for me to do the homework. These 2 can that work part-time.
Am I a victim?
Yeah.
I think I'm
you're a victim right now.
We're getting attacked right now, Chris.
That's Phil. It's okay.
Yeah.
I can't wait till the October 11th Red River rivalry game. That'll be a lot of fun when we get to the
Red River rivalry game.
OU Texas, October 11th.
Oh, they still play?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
But here tonight we are presented by our good friends at Red River Roofing. Yeah.
That's right.
Good friends over there. So, okay, we're going to take our final break. And when we come back, Stretch, crack those knuckles because we're coming back with the top 10 games of the week. You make your predictions, and I hope you kept up with your rankings last week.
Oh, Leslie did. She texted me Friday night.
She goes 7-3.
She goes, I went 7-3 just so you know.
I thought.
Which is great.
That is good.
She had Booker T.
We have our records.
Wow.
We have a friend down in Southeast Oklahoma's record.
A friend?
And so now we have Leslie's record. So
Is he a friend? Really?
It'll be fun to keep up with those the entire season.
Yeah.
So if you remember last year's, keep a running count with us and see if, how you do against three people that are not very good at it. So, and
At least one.
Well, no, all three. You'll see our records after this timeout. So our third and final timeout, come back. Top
Week
10
zero.
games of the week in the state of Oklahoma.
At Mosquito and Pest Authority, our job is to keep you pest-free. Our signature mosquito control service and pest-proof barrier 360 service ensures that you aren't bothered by mosquitoes outside or pests inside. That's right, 2 brands, 2 services, only 1 visit needed. Don't believe us? We guarantee it, or we'll come back at no charge to you. No mosquitoes, no pests, no contracts, guaranteed. Call Ronnie and Sarah Phillips today at 405-916-0471.
For centuries, it was a windswept prairie until the run of '89 saw settlers scramble for land and life in a newborn town as Oklahoma's territorial capital, Guthrie. Bank First is loyal to the preservation movement that reclaimed Oklahoma's first state capital. And we're loyal to the banking legacy born at the corner of First and Oklahoma Streets. Bank First. Loyal to Oklahoma. Loyal to you.
Exxon was founded by 2 combat-proven veterans to help businesses grow from mediocre to exceptional. We know from experience that your culture and trust throughout the organization drive superior performance. Most business owners focus on the urgent rather than the important. They are just struggling to survive. The team at Exxon helps owners identify challenges, build solutions, and focus on growth. Do you trust your team? Does your team trust you? If not, we can help. We are Exxon.
Hey, you in the third row. Yes, you. When was your last dental checkup? Dr. Louis Turney and his staff provide dental care in a fun, relaxing environment. Still not convinced? Prefer to sleep through your appointment? No problem. We can do that too. Our staff can ensure you have a relaxing experience no matter what. Got kids? Hey, so do we. Come see what all the moms are talking about. Our kid-friendly staff loves to provide care to even the tiniest of teeth. Give us a call today. We've got the whole family covered.
Give Dr. Louis Turney a call at 282-7600.
Mercy Hospital Logan County is here for you with our new Senior Life Solutions program designed specifically for older adults facing challenges like depression, anxiety, and grief. In partnership with Senior Life Solutions, Mercy Hospital offers compassionate, evidence-based mental health care. Our team are ready to help you or your loved ones improve their mental well-being. Call 405-260-4173 today to learn more of how Senior Life Solutions can make a difference.
I have brought you here today to beg you to call Red River Roofing. They have the best trained staff in the state. The Red River sales consultants are experts that make sure every single roof is 100% waterproof.
I appreciate all your hard work.
Please save your questions for the end. In closing, call Red River today for your free inspection.
I'm convinced.
Red River Roofing. Even the kid gets it.
Final segment here on the High School Huddle. So glad you're joining us live here on the Wednesday night show. We're here every Wednesday night for the entire football season, all the way through December. If you can't catch us live, we appreciate you checking us out on the replay as well. All of our videos. A reminder, we talked to Jeff Murray, the sports official for baseball and football. He's done some basketball as well. We talked to him over the weekend, and so if you want to check that interview out, that one is there. And we got a whole bunch more coming as well throughout the entire year as we continue to rock and roll here on the High School Huddle. Of course, you can check us out on all the socials and all the podcast platforms as well. So real quick, before we get to our top 10 games of the week and your predictions, being a high school football coach or any high school coach, and I can only magnify, as I'm sure, in college and NFL, but just the stress of what they go through week in, week out. And I will just give a very, very minor way. I coached a 10 and under YMCA basketball team.
Coach of the year.
Thank you. And so
state champion.
Thank you. I'm
Some would say legendary.
But no, but there would be, we won a lot of basketball games, but the ones that we would lose, and this is 10 under, this has nothing to do with high school.
Ate you up.
But you think about it all the daggum time. I'm like, well, I can't believe I didn't run a zone. I should have ran a zone. I can only imagine when 10,000 people from your hometown are watching you, and just how much stress week in and week out practicing. It's kudos to them.
Yeah, it's a tough profession, and everybody gets caught up in their own respective communities, right, wherever they live. But I think small towns, I think it's even magnified more. You would think the bigger programs would have more pressure, and maybe they do, but most of the bigger schools, I think coaches can kind of blend in a little bit. If you're a coach in a 4A school, a 3A school, a 2A school, a 5A school that's a community school like Guthrie or some of these programs, man, it's hard to hide. And everybody has an opinion.
Yep.
It's hard on the families too. Some of the stuff they got to listen to is insane. I think we got to remind ourselves, especially the smaller schools, these are teachers and educators that also love to coach, and it's something they're doing, investing in these kids, but it gets tough. I do hear this a lot more. When are they going to get rid of him? He hasn't won. We got to remember, this isn't just about wins and losses. It's deeper than that.
And used to say you can't recruit or bring players in, but
that doesn't change. That does change.
I know. I have a little bit of experience coaching in high school. I mean, it's not football or anything like that, but when you're standing at third base or you're calling pitches, you're calling every single pitch, you're calling third base. There is pressure, because if you make because there's been several times like, why the heck am I throwing a fastball right there?
Yeah.
Why are we changing it up right there? Why aren't we throwing a curveball? Why are we getting beat by our second best pitch and we get beat by our first best pitch? Or, if you send a guy at third, you're not supposed to, or you hold him up or call a bump when you're not supposed to. That can decide out games. And as a coach, you do think about those things, but I don't say luckily, but, as Guthrie in baseball has been kind of not at the top as here lately, but so it's not nearly as magnified as the football program.
Right.
You know what I mean?
I mean, I coached Little League football when my boys were little, and I coached for 3 years, and I think my combined record was like 8 and 4 million. It was terrible.
That's your McGinnis record too.
4 and 6.
Yeah,
and but it just there is pressure to it. It's a big responsibility at the high school level. It's even more so now. When it's good, they want to build statues for you.
Yeah.
I mean, so it's not just the negative side. There's a lot of positives that come from it. If you win a lot of ball games and bring home them gold balls, you become a legend in those small communities. But it is a tough job. They work just endless hours, the entire staffs, preparing, game planning, practicing, and then off season, it's strength and conditioning, it's weights, it's doing all these things. And you got summer camps. I mean, it's tough. It's tough. So one thing I'd say is everybody just remember that when they see these coaching staffs down there doing the best job they can.
All right. Before we get to our top 10 games of the week, a few more things. 2 comments to get to here real quick. Jared Williams enjoying the show, he says. A little quiet tonight due to driving to Annapolis. So
they're going to Annapolis to watch their son who plays for the Naval Academy. Proud Elgin families. We appreciate you guys. Jared also fire chief. So we appreciate his service as well.
Dallas, pretty sure Chris is getting in the Oklahoma Youth Coaches Hall of Fame.
He's glad to hear that. He's submitted his own name in 3 times.
It should be first ballot. I think there's a 10-year waiting period for you before I'm eligible. So, Dallas, or your whole coaching staff gets ran out. Oh, okay.
Boy. Too soon. Too soon.
I should read comments before putting about that. Okay, here. Someone's calling you out by your real name.
Somebody knows me.
Cello just need a couple of pitchers throwing 98.
That's all I needed. I would have had a stress-free year if I had a couple pitchers through 98.
Are pitchers important in baseball?
A little bit.
Oh.
Okay, Phil, get ready.
All right.
The second game I'm getting ready to tell you here in a second. You got to put your memory cap on.
I'm the picker?
No. These are some games outside the top 10.
Okay, I'm ready.
Wagner debuts their new head coach, Coach Gilbert. Goes from Chisholm to Wagner, makes his debut this week.
Yeah.
Phil, it's the 103rd meeting between these two schools, which is the state's longest running rivalry.
Okay.
Who are they?
Stroud and Chandler.
No.
Wagner and
You got to do your formula. You always forget this. They have not been those teams.
Oh, we do this every year. Don't we?
Yeah.
There's also the hominy thing.
Okay.
I can't remember that one either.
That's one of the teams. Hominy.
Oh,
remember your formula?
Oh yeah, Baker Mayfield. Oh man.
Something with corn.
Yeah, hominy, fake corn. Oh.
He's almost 60, Chris, now.
It's true. It's the 103rd meeting between Hominy and Cleveland.
Cleveland.
Why
Cleveland?
Why Cleveland? It's Cleveland. No, it's Cleveland, Oklahoma.
Hominy, corn.
Baker, Cleveland.
I can't remember your
Back in the
formula.
day.
There was a formula, though.
Yeah. Anyway, that went totally wrong.
Well, I thought Stroud and Chandler have been playing forever.
No.
They haven't?
No.
I thought
not 103 years.
Well, wait a second. Hold up.
103 years?
Well, hold up. Okay. How's that not a top 10 game? Oldest rivalry game in the state. Game 113 coming up.
It's 103.
He's saying Chandler
and Stroud.
It's 113.
Who's he?
Tony Wilson. You calling our friend Tony a liar?
Calm down.
Escalated.
It's okay.
It's the wrong show.
That escalated.
That's next show.
Sorry, that escalated. I apologize.
Okay. I'm sticking with Hominy and Cleveland.
Okay. Tony, I got your back. Oh, Tony, 113, meeting Friday night.
Okay. Another big game, not in the top 10. Woodland A2 taking on Pawnee. 8-1. Woodland won this game 38-8. Kel McPeak, running back for Pawnee. I think the Black Bears have a great chance of making a deep playoff run this year. Woodland again the defending state champions. Newcastle at Tuttle. Of course, we talked about Cruz Campbell, one of the top quarterbacks in the state of Oklahoma. Taylor Bradford, a great running back. Taylor Bradford, a great running back for Newcastle as well. Tuttle, though, they've won 11 of these games in a row, including last year 21-0. And I think just for interest sakes, UConn at Mustang. I'm ready to see what Mustang looks like. I'll definitely be probably catching a replay of that one.
Yep.
Okay, it is the top 10 games of the week here on the High School Huddle. Here's how we picked it last week. Boy, it was not good.
Ouch.
Chris goes 5-5, Phil 4-6, and Ronnie goes 6-4 after week 0. We all won the Bixby game over Owasso. We all lost Tuttle beating Guthrie. Ronnie picked Elgin. Phil and I went with MacArthur. We all lost.
We apologize.
We all lost the Del City game. Memorial won that one. We all lost the McGinnis game. We picked Deer Creek to win that game. We all lost Muskogee, losing to Booker T. Washington. We had all Muskogee wins there. We did get Cushing in all 3 victories there. We all got Jinx over Santa Fe. Phil dropped one to Piedmont. Midwest City does not score a point, and we all picked Moore over Westmore. So those are our records from a week ago. And
you had to have that.
Just added I'm sorry.
You attacked him just a second ago. He had to.
Just a little twist.
I didn't yell at him. He yelled at us.
I apologize.
All right,
Again.
I'm just reading what the note says.
Oh, okay.
So it's just a note card that our production crew gave us. So.
Sometimes my heart gets in the middle of things.
All right.
Oh, boy. Tony bringing facts now.
Well, I would need to, I would need, okay.
It's all right, Chris.
Yeah.
Move on.
Yeah. I've seen from like 12 different places. So, okay, here we go. Game number 10 in the state of Oklahoma. It is not that game. And I don't know why our stats are not there. So we might not see what game number 9 is. Bixby, Sand Springs? Nope. Okay.
That's last week's.
Those are last week. So here we go. Oh, I forgot to move them over.
He had one job, Ronnie.
Quit attacking my brother.
Sorry.
So here we go. We're going to have to do it the old-fashioned way.
Oh, yeah, I like that.
Here we go. Norman at Norman North. It is the opening of the brand-new stadium at Norman North High School. This game has been played for many, many years, not 103 or 113. But normally this is played at Norman High School because they used to share the same field. Now Norman North has their own field, and it is called the Crosstown Clash. Sometimes they play it at OU's stadium. Yeah. Norman North got off to that slow start last year. We thought maybe they'd be one of the top teams, but they came on a little bit strong toward the end. But looking for a better start this year. Got a great wide receiver. Got a fun offense. Of course, Ronnie won last week, so he gets first pick. No graphics on the screen tonight, but.
Well, Norman obviously lost their best wide receiver to Mustang, which is going to hurt. And then hearing Jordan talking about the Norman North quarterback, he's got me convinced. I'm going Norman North.
Norman North.
So I need to write these down, I guess.
Oh, I got mine right here. You can believe me.
Well, I got it for production purposes.
For production purposes, yes.
All right, Ronnie's going Norman North.
Is it too early to start chasing?
It's up to you, Phil.
Okay. I'm going to go Norman North.
All right. I will keep it across the board with Norman North as well. The Irish Homer has North. He likes head coach Justin Jones, former McGinnis coach. I don't know if that's a coincidence or not there. Kenny Gillespie goes with Norman. T-Fred, I got to pick Norman North, former McGinnis head coach, is there. Leslie goes with North, so I feel better about myself already if Leslie's picking that game. Tony Wilson, Norman North, was there an opening with pizza, and it's very nice. There you go. Yeah, Tony sent me a picture of the press box. I'm a press box snob. Thank you for that picture, Tony Wilson. And T-Fred, Chris, I'm keeping track. I can send it to you afterwards. I know you are, T-Fred. Thank you for that. All right, game number 9 with no graphics on the screen. The Bixby Spartans, they are 1-0, taking on Sand Springs, who begins their season. Nice season opener there. It gets easier with Owasso next week for Sand Springs. But this is 6A1 versus 6A2 matchup. Carson Kirby against Easton Webb, a fun quarterback matchup there. Kirby, by the way, last week, 13 of 17, 253 yards, 3 touchdowns, and a rushing touchdown. Yeah. Bixby won 50-10 in this ball game last year. Kirby, 32, 44. Let's see here. Easton Webb, 3,500 passing yards in his career, 41 touchdowns. And Lauren Montgomery, by the way, is a Sand Springs graduate.
I didn't know that.
That's a Sand Springs Sensei.
That's cool.
Jordan brought up Don Forbes, a great wide receiver. It is Bixby taking on Sand Springs.
Yeah, I think Sand Springs is. I get the easiest pick.
Sure do.
Sand Springs is going to win a lot of 6A2 games this year. They got Easton Webb, one of the best quarterbacks in the state. But you know, Bixby's just loaded. They're Bixby. Bixby's going to win by a bunch.
Yeah, Phil wasn't supposed to get this first game.
Oh.
The cards got shuffled around, but so yeah, I'm taking the Bixby Spartans as well. I'm not sure anybody will be picking Sand Springs in that, but it is one of the top teams in 6A2. It is the top team in the state, so you have to put it, I think, in the top 10. Yeah. But Irish Homer has the best question. Bixby, who at Sand Springs scheduled this one?
So they have the last couple of years.
I wouldn't think a lot of teams would want to be playing Sand Springs about right now. Coach Bobby Kling's has done a good job with that program. So, but I think everybody's picking Bixby. Well, maybe Ronnie.
No.
You going Charles Page?
No. Bixby for sure. But I think Sand Springs they have a pretty tough schedule the last couple of years. I mean, they're preparing themselves for possible 6A2 run, which I think they can do.
Absolutely. All right, game number 8. It is Cassia Hall at Rejoice Christian. This was the one that Phil was supposed to get here.
Oh, the hard one.
Cassia Hall 3A program, Rejoice Christian an A1 program. Rejoice only lost last year. Cassia Hall. Cassia Hall's quarterback Barrett Mullen, a 3-year starter, 463 yards and 5 touchdowns in his 2 starts against Rejoice Christian. So that bodes well for Cassia. 200 yards and 2 interceptions in the loss last week to Holland Hall, 27-6. Rejoice quarterback Jordan Davis talked about it a little bit earlier. Camion Compton Nero, 19 of 27, 367 yards, 4 touchdowns in the victory over Tulsa Noah, which is a private school up there in the Tulsa area. Cassia leads 3-1, including 2 wins at Rejoice. And Coach Medina and Coach Brent Marley is a great coaching matchup. 2 great coaches in the state of Oklahoma. Ronnie, you are up.
That'd be you, Chris.
That'd be you, Chris.
Oh, I'm up. Oh, I get all the tough ones. Rejoice Christian state champions. Cassia Hall coming off a loss last week. I think it was a little bit surprising with Holland Hall in that one, but I think Cassia Hall has a game underneath their belt already. It wasn't a pretty one. I think they had Coach Medina had their full attention this week at practice. Rejoice Christian, great facilities in the Owasso area. They'll be ready to play. I think Cassia Hall is just a little bit better, and I will take Cassia in the win.
When we do week 1, I always counter it. I always take in place of the teams that played week 0, because whether you play good or you play bad in week 1 or week 0, you still have an advantage to a team in week 1 who hasn't even been on the field yet, in my opinion. And with that said, I think Cassia Hall does pull this game out.
I have a new strategy.
Oh boy. Okay.
Whatever Leslie says, I do.
That's a good one.
Give me Rejoice.
Wow. Rejoice for Phil.
Yep.
And Ronnie went with Cassia.
Yep.
I'm writing them down just in case T. Fred
forgets.
He won't. Trust me, he will not. Let's see. Leslie goes with Rejoice, confirmed. Dallas goes with the Hall, which Cash Hall. There's a lot of Halls in there. T. Fred, Cash Hall. Kenny with Rejoice. Irish Homer going with Cash Hall. You're using big words there, Irish Homer. Architectural High School in the state. Cool. It is. Yeah, it is. I drove by it over the summer. Tony Wilson, the Pope, was on the CH board. Got to go with Commandos. Oh, yeah. The Pope was on the school board at Cassia Hall.
Oh, is that right?
Yep.
Oh, that's cool.
Oh, I got Jesus on their side, too.
Yeah, I forgot about that little nugget. He was. They have the Pope, so that's what Tony is going with. All right, got it down. Our next game, Ronnie, you're on the clock here. Okay. It is Edmond Memorial. Good game there by McCombs last week on defense and offense. 1-0 taking on the Deer Creek Antlers. McGinnis tripped them up last week, 17-14, in a game that came down to the very end. By the way, there was a pass interference that could have made it interesting. But
we should ask Jeff about that. I forgot
about that one.
Yeah. See if he got it right.
That wouldn't have been fair.
Not on the live one, but
I brought up the T-Fred in text message. He goes, "Well, they can't get them all right." I thought, okay,
there you go. He said it was. That means it was pass interference.
Told me everything I needed to know. It's a tough play. It was a tough play. I saw it live. I thought I saw pass interference, but Irish Homer. Tell me if we'll see. At Memorial, 10 of their 11 starters back on defense, and of course they're led by McCombs, not David McCombs, but his brother Colton McCombs. Yeah. Ronnie?
Well, I mean, I think Phil's going to say this. I mean, if you lose to McGinnis, you're probably not going to be Memorial, right, Phil?
You're not very good.
Yeah, I mean that's what you think.
Deer Creek probably won't win a game.
Yeah. So give me Edmond Memorial. Give me the Bulldogs.
Bulldogs. And I will also go with the Bulldogs. Deer Creek, I think 3 offensive starters returned last year, 3 on defense. Coach Stanley probably needs a little bit more time to get things going, but we'll see. You can really put that Irish loss to you if you can get a big one over Edmond Memorial. Picks in Chatsville. Dallas goes with Memorial. Irish Homer Memorial. Deer Creek, he says, might not win another game. Leslie goes with Memorial. And Tony Wilson goes with Edmond Memorial as well. Dallas says you can't be a 6A1 team and lose to a 5A team. High school football, 16, 15, 17-year-old kids. It'll be interesting.
I think a good 5A team can beat a bad 6A team.
Yeah. Absolutely. All right, our next game is Bishop Kelly taking on Bishop McGinnis. The Irish Fighting Stick is on.
I think we're Stillwater Union, Chris. Should be Stillwater Union.
No, Phil's picking this one first.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
You skipped? Did he move the order?
No, I guess not. No. Sorry, Chris. I mean, go ahead.
What game number is this one here?
10, 9, 8, 7, 6.
Yeah. I
had Stillwater Union. My pick, Stillwater Union.
Well, since we don't have graphics, our next game is Bishop Kelly at Bishop McGinnis. Bishop McGinnis won this game a year ago, 39-25. It feels like McGinnis has had the upper edge in this rivalry. Doesn't mean they've won them all, but McGinnis has got the. It is at Bishop McGinnis this week as well, Phil.
Yeah, we could go to that game.
Could, but they know where to sit.
Will they let me in?
No. There's no room in the press box. I can tell you that much.
What press box? Yeah, so I'm up.
Yeah, you're up. According to the card,
this is easy. East side's the best side. Give me the team. Whoever's playing McGinnis.
You just can't do it, can you?
No,
just can't do it.
Nope.
Good. This is the Phil I like, because earlier in the show he was completely backing up.
Oh, well,
he was like the next McGinnis fan. I thought
I've got 19 personalities. It'll change.
Is it the suspension a big part of your decision, Phil?
Wait, hold on. Leslie Dayton with Kelly, Phil.
I know.
You said you're going to go with everything.
Thank you.
Phil's all over the place. It's hard to keep up with it.
No, I mean right there. I said I was going to pick whatever Leslie picked.
Leslie, pick McGinnis.
So Leslie goes with Kelly. T-Fred, give me the Fighting Irish.
Imagine that.
Breaking news here.
Breaking news.
Irish Bishop Kelly, I'll be ducking Lighton for at least a week. You got to be truthful. You got to go with what your heart says. Tony's going to Catholics. That's a good one there, Tony. Dallas goes with Bishop McGinnis. Chris Evans goes with Bishop McGinnis.
Yep.
Irish Homer's going with Bishop Kelly?
Well, yeah.
Truthful, I picked Guthrie to go 8-2 in the regular season, and it looks like they probably have a good chance of going 8-2. Better not slip against Lawton, though.
Yeah.
Ooh, yeah. Give me McGinnis, the Fighting Irish.
Chris and Ronnie. I like Coach Stringer's offensive line as usual, but he's got a couple of running backs there as well that really makes McGinnis really good offensively. Still don't know about them defensively, although they held Dare Creek to 14 points. So that tells me that's a good sign for Bishop McGinnis this year.
Yep.
It is a rivalry game.
Yep.
I mean, it is. And rivalry games are crazy. Weird things happen in them. Kelly's been down the last few years for them. I mean, we can all agree with that. They haven't been where they had been for a long time. But, I really do believe, and so does Leslie, which was my deciding factor, that Kelly's going to win.
I really do believe.
Kenny's going with McGinnis as well, and Irish Homer says too much pre-workout for Phil. That's a valid point. Probably the best statement of the night. So, all right, our next game, I've lost count what it is, but here it is. Stillwater Pioneers.
This is the game I was supposed to have.
Stillwater Pioneers, reality it was not. Stillwater Pioneers at Tulsa Union, the Redhawks. This was a game last year that we talked a whole lot about last year. Overtime, it was Stillwater beating Union 36-35. Union has a couple of great senior wide receivers. Stone Turner got a great DB and Dejon Gaines. This is a matchup. I think Tulsa Union has circled. I know Jinx and Broken Arrow, also they're all up in that area, but they want those Pioneers to come to their home field. It's the first game of the season at home for Union. It's the first home game for head coach Antonio Graham. This one got by Union last year in overtime. I think this is big time circle for Union. I got the Redhawks winning this one.
Really? I don't.
Oh, I like this.
I have the Redskins winning this week. Union Redskins.
2025, Ronnie?
It's the Redhawks.
Well, I think I like the Redskins better.
It's the Redhawks.
I know it's the Redhawks. I like the Redskins.
I know. You need to
I'm going Union.
Going Union.
I'm an Indian. I can say that.
I'm going Redhawks as well. Yeah, Union's going to have a lot of payback on their mind.
I think so too.
Yeah.
Coach K will have them ready though for the Stillwater Pioneers. They got to break in a new quarterback against Union. So again, I don't think anybody picked Stillwater to win it last year. So it will be fun. I'll definitely want to check into that one. Tony Wilson goes with Union. Dallas goes with Redskins, Hawks, or whatever they are this week. Kenny goes Union. Leslie goes Union. Irish Homer Union. They ditched the prima donna just like McGinnis. And T-Fred, Union had a home game last week against a team in Arkansas. Okay, second home game. Well, now they're really mad. Thank you, T-Fred. I thought that was on the road. It was Broken Arrow that was on the road. Thank you, T-Fred. This is why we have great people on here. And T-Fred. Okay. And not doing that one yet. Here we go. Our next game.
Well, it's my pick. It's not yours.
They got shuffled. They really
He mixed
did.
2 cards up.
Oh, I know. I got the original roster right here.
That was okay. So the original one is just the 10 top 10 games, but not in order.
You literally wrote a number on them.
Literally,
I was keeping them in order, so for graphic purposes,
you didn't do,
which I forgot to do.
Okay, go ahead.
I had to do a whole bunch of other.
All right,
stuff.
Who's up?
So I am up. Who am I picking?
It is Booker T. Washington at Dell City. Booker T.
Easy.
victory over Muskogee last week, 21-14. Dell City shut out 35-0 to Edmond Memorial. Booker T. Washington avenged last year's loss to Muskogee, looking to do the same thing against Dell City. Dell City won this game 33-0. Rickland Holmes the second, great player for Dell City. Booker T. Washington, Farley and Jones on defense. And then Dell City has won 3 straight in this series. Dell City has won 3 straight in this series.
Winning 3 is pretty good. Winning 4 is amazing.
Yeah.
But it's hard.
It's hard.
It's very, very hard.
Yeah.
Give me Booker T. Booker T.
Booker T for Ronnie.
Yep.
I'm going to take Booker T as well.
Okay. And I will also with Booker T, so that means congratulations to Dell City.
That is the trend.
That is the trend there. T-Fred, Booker T, Dallas Booker T. Leslie sticking. I don't think she's very confident. She says she's sticking with Booker T. Tony Wilson goes Booker T in a rout. 5A team beat a 6A team.
Yeah.
I have no idea.
Booker T beat Muskogee.
Yeah, last week. Yeah. This is a good 5A matchup. This would be a fun game later on in the playoffs, possibly. I don't think it could. I guess it could, but it'd be fun there. Kenny goes Booker T and Irish Homer Booker T, sneaky state champ. They are the only school to stop Bixby. in years past.
Oh,
years
Yeah,
past.
long time ago.
Yeah. So I like Booker T. Washington's defense. They got a 3-year starting quarterback as well, but I think their defense, as Dell City has a sophomore quarterback, and so I think with Rickland Holmes running the football and Blackwell running the football, I think that runs into the strength of Booker T. Washington. But we saw last year Guthrie, that was their, Guthrie ran the ball. That's their strength. Booker T, that's their strength of stopping the ball, and Guthrie had success with that. So it should be a good one there between Booker T and Dell City. Our next game on the list is
On your list, yeah.
Oh, yeah, on this list.
Yep.
Who's going first?
It's Phil.
Okay, here's the quote right here. Heritage Hall at Lincoln Christian.
That's
This
a
is
layup.
a combined.
That's a layup.
These two teams have won the last 3 state championships. Heritage Hall only losses last year. Lincoln 28-20, and then in the semis 42-14. Lincoln has won 4 straight against Heritage Hall. Neither team allowed a point last week. 30-0 over Clinton, and then Lincoln Christian shut out Victory Christian 63-0. Carter Rickey, quarterback, that's the coach. 7 of 10, 157 yards, 2 touchdowns. He had a rushing touchdowns, and many think this might be the best rivalry in 3A football.
It's a good one. Make an argument for it. Yeah, Lincoln Christian's just so darn good. I'm going to go Lincoln Christian.
For time's sakes, I will go Lincoln Christian as well.
Me and Bulldogs. I never pick against Bulldogs.
They have great uniforms, too. Really good mascot.
Great uniforms.
Good logo.
All right, I'm up. Oh, I get all the tough ones. Washington Warriors on the road at Sulphur. This was an overtime game a year ago, 27-24. Sophomore quarterback Creed Barrett, obviously back. He has a great utility player in Maddox Mobley. By the way, he's committed to Navy. A lot of kids from Oklahoma making that way to Navy. Washington, as I mentioned earlier, 45-game winning streak. So, the streaks will come to an end like Bixby's did against Jinx stopped Bixby a few years ago, 58.
I'm sorry, Chris. Was this the game last year that was triple overtime or double overtime?
I think it might have been double overtime.
Because we were at the Owasso Jinx game listening, following this game towards the end. So, yeah, great ball game.
I think this is one of the few games that Washington can really get excited for. I think they'll just cruise through a lot of their portion of the schedule. So this is the one that they have a lot of focus on. And I will, Sulphur, they'll run the ball. They'll run. If you can't stop it, it's going to be a long night. I think that's why Washington ran into some things last year in that great contest. But I will take Washington to extend that win streak to 46 games.
Yeah, you can't pick against Washington until they lose. I don't know when they're going to lose, so I'm just keep rolling. I'm going to play the odds like I do in the casino business. Play the odds, Phil.
Oh, you know about that, Phil.
Yeah, but sometimes I get crazy.
And get a game back.
And get a game back here. Sulphur's really
Sulphur,
good.
Well, they're 3A. I mean, they're going down playing a little 2A1.
They're really good. Sulphur's really good, Chris.
You already chasing week 1?
I asked him if it was okay.
You can do whatever you want.
Right.
Absolutely.
Who'd Leslie go with? Oh, Washington. Give me Washington.
All that for Washington.
Well, I had to see what Leslie did.
All right. Tony Wilson Bulldogs missed 2 field goals, but Warriors will prevail handedly. Double overtime, as we mentioned earlier. And Washington linebacker moved to Sulphur and is starting quarterback. That's cool. Dallas picks Sulphur. Dallas is the only one picking Sulphur.
I like it.
T. Fred Washington, Irish Homer, Kenny Gillespie, Leslie, all going with Washington. And finally, the game of the week inside the state of Oklahoma. It was a game that Phil, Ronnie, and I saw twice last year. We saw it this week a year ago. We also saw a triple overtime game. Actually called that game up in Claremore in the semis. Jinx 1-0, easy victory over Santa Fe last week. Owasso dropped to Bixby like a lot of teams will. As I mentioned, 30-27 in triple overtime in the semis a year ago. Katie Jones, 207 yards against Edmond Santa Fe, 5 touchdowns. But last year, Caden Jones was held combined in those 2 games against Owasso, 172 yards and 2 touchdowns. So, 65-ish, 66 yards per game. Owasso was able to stop him there. Jinx quarterback, Kazar, 248 yards and 3 touchdowns. That will help Katie Jones a lot if he can throw the football with success. Of course, we've talked about many times Drew Frankenfield, the quarterback for The Owasso Rams, he threw for under 50% last week in the loss to Bixby. 16 of 37, 181 yards and 2 touchdowns. Jinx leads the overall series, guys, 52-19. But Owasso has won the last 3 meetings, as I mentioned, the last 2 last year.
Hoping this is a good game. Really do. See, Owasso has Overton still on that D line, but they've lost several other guys on that line. Offensive line not as good as it was last year either. Curious, we talked about earlier with JD. Very, very curious to see how KD performs this game. Yeah. You know, he's got, I won't say pressure, but he's got some revenge on his mind, I think. And so give me Jinx in a close one. Give me Jinx in a close one.
Have we agreed on all picks so far?
No.
Okay, good. Phil?
You know, I think Katie's going to have a big game against Owasso. Owasso lost a lot of players, new coaching staff, just a lot of moving parts over there. And I do think Katie has something to prove, and I think he'll prove it this week against Owasso. I have Jinx winning by at least 2 touchdowns.
My note card says Don King will be the most prepared broadcaster in that stadium.
Yep.
And so I can't not go against Don King in the Jinx Trojans.
Close one?
I'm going 13 points.
Yeah, I think it'll be a couple scores.
I want a close game.
I want a close game.
34-21.
I'm hoping there's a turnover there to make it a 1-score game.
Yeah, but I do think I think Jones is going to have a big ball game.
Dallas says, "Do I need to say it?" No, you do not. You do not.
We got you, Dallas.
We good.
Kenny, Irish Homer have Jinx. Hunter Shepard. Hey, Hunter, welcome to the show. Got in here late, but he's been covering Newcastle Tuttle softball. He's here now. Hunter is Hunter. By the way, we give you a huge shout out. This is your photo, Hunter, and we invited everybody to go check out your Facebook page, Hunter Shepard Photography, Twitter. He's all over the place. So this is Hunter's photo. We want to dedicate this week's show to Hunter, and so we're giving a big plug to all your fans out there. Not that you need our help, but thank you, Hunter, for that.
He's a legend.
That photo. Yeah. Tony says Owasso didn't look very good against Bixby. He'll take the Trojans. Leslie goes with Jinx. And Irish Homer says, enjoy your bye week, gentlemen. Awesome time tonight. Yep. Thank you, Irish Homer, and thank you to everybody as well. That will do it here. Please don't forget to help us out on the page. It's a brand new page. So on all your socials, if you see something, give it a share, a thumbs up, a like, a subscribe, all that stuff. We really, really appreciate you guys. Again, your comments. Anytime you put them in there, we will try to put them on the screen as much as we can because it is a fun, interactive show. That's what it's all about. Best of luck to your favorite team this week. We'll talk about them all next week as well. For Ronnie, Phil, I'm Chris. Have a great night, and we'll talk to you next week here on the High School Huddle presented by Red River Roofing.